All right, and we're live. Now I've just got to go ahead and tweet out that we're live, maybe send it to the peeps. Maybe just let everybody know. Just let everybody know. We're gonna go log on to Twitter, of course. Oh, actually, this is now called X. Gonna log on to x.com. Apparently, Incineroar is not happy. We have an unhappy Incineroar, a raging Incineroar. According to False Swipe Gaming, Incineroar is not doing too well. What about us, though? How are we doing? Well, when you look up my channel, you don't even see that we exist. So that's obviously that's not going to go anywhere. All right, let's go ahead and send it out. We are live. I don't even care if you watch. Like and subscribe. Maybe watch too. Come hang out. Put me on the background. In the background. Or foreground. Or underground. I don't care. Just be there. We're laddering in Masterball. Okay, cool. Now we're live. We'll post it on to X as well. Ah, yeah, see? Now, Tyranitar, I'm going to say it right now. First off, I'm going to say hello, welcome to the video, everybody. And now I'll say it. Tyranitar, not that good. I'm just saying. Sorry, I'm just saying how it is. Let's collect our... Ooh, we have something in the mailbox. We have some mail. Oh, nice. I don't even know who Cordy is. Sorry, Cordy. I don't know. I'm not familiar with you, Cordy. Alright, now I can just kick back and play the video game. I don't know what the audio's like. So I broke my microphone yesterday trying to set all this up. Trying to do some streaming. I broke my microphone because my setup is not good. Maybe I'll send a picture of my setup, but my setup is not good. And I'm now on a headset microphone. It doesn't even have a legit microphone, but it's been pretty good to me on Discord. So, all right, we need a new team. Kangaskhan is not working out. I'm on team 13 right now, and I still don't know what I'm doing. This seems like an interesting team. Maybe replace the Whimsicott, and we have something cooking. Yeah, replace the Whimsicott, and we've got something cooking. We can replace it with a Hydreigon. Looks good here. Although we do need a fighting type as well. Dude, I need the Tauroses. I need a fighting type with Intimidate on every single team. I need a fighting type with Intimidate. So Tauros is pretty good. Team 11 has been pretty interesting. This has been an interesting team. I wouldn't call it good. I think Sylveon's out of place. I think I'm overusing Sylveon just a little bit. Where is Sandy Day? Okay, this team right here. So, the Garchomp has got to go. Garchomp's got to go on this team. We're going to replace it with Excadrill. And we need to train up the Excadrill. We need to make him buff. Looks like he's already pretty close to being up there. We're going to sash this Mon, so... So we just gotta... I love how they only do the jump numbers for, like... I mean, will they change the jump numbers if, say, I decide to go with a... I don't know, a lax nature here? Do they... Oh, okay. They do the jump numbers for... They do negative and positive jump numbers. That's interesting. Alright, well that's good to know. I will not be running a lax nature. We will be adamant. And I think that was actually the first nature, so it's happy with that. Where's the jump number here? It's a little far back. We're just gonna max it. We're just gonna go fast. Gotta go fast. And then I've seen people doing this. Earthquake, Rock Slide. Does it get a better ground move than Drill Run? It gets high horsepower. Yeah, high horsepower is much better then. Earthquake, Rock Slide, high horsepower. See, that's the problem. I don't want Rock Slide. I want Iron Head. But I kind of need Rock Slide too. Will we just forego a single target ground move on this team? We could. Definitely not running we're running Protect for sure, and we're for sure running Sand Rush to double our speed in sand. What the hell am I going to put for the fourth move? This one's tough. I think Rock Slide is really going to be decent for beating... Who goes there? Bro, I keep getting beat by super inaccurate move spammers. What moves are they spamming? Fire Blast? Blizzard? Blizzard out of Sand Blizzard? I don't know if this team has very inaccurate moves. Blizzard, Thunder, Fire Blast? That's hilarious. That's too good. Andre, what should I put here? The rest of the team... Okay, well then spammer, if you're getting hit in one game with Blizzard, Thunder, Fire Blast, then I feel like that's one spammer. That's not multiple spammers. You're thinking Iron Head, but what to replace? Yeah, I agree. I want Iron Head too. I think Rock Slide is pretty valuable for taking like Delphox, and I guess Delphox doesn't really matter if we have a T-Tar, but I do like getting the jump on that fool. Drop Slide? I was thinking Drop Slide too. You know, I'm down with it. Andre knows best, guys. If you're going to ask someone for team building advice, ask Andre. T-Tar can run Slide. That's what I'm thinking. Like, T-Tar can run Slide. Whoa! Whoa! They gave us Mon Smart Strike. Have you ever seen a Mon with Smart Strike other than Kartana? Whoa, wait. What other moves does this Mon get? Hold up. Hold up. We're getting Curse. I mean, we get Bulldoze. That's an interesting pick. Imagine Bulldoze next to, like, I don't know. Imagine Bulldoze next to Delphox. Which, by the way, Delphox Sand is coming. I mean, it's inevitable that it's coming. Delphox Sand is coming. Iron Head may be better for the flinch. I'm sure you mean Rock Slide. See, we need Iron Head to beat... Well, I mean, I guess we also have Heavy Slam, Corv. But Iron Head is pretty good into that. Alright, what are we replacing Arcanine with? Andre? Is it... Yeah, my team's all messed up, Andre. I need your help. What's going on this team? What belongs here? Iron Head versus Smart Strike? Oh yeah, Iron Head is definitely better. There's no reason to run Smart Strike. Unless we're worried about... I mean, Smart Strike would be pretty good against Sand Veil, I suppose. But we don't need it. Hey, what do you think about this team, Andre? I'm not feeling Arcanine, Rotom, Wash. Those are the mons that I'm not feeling. And we also need a Sash. Etka, T-Tar, Corv, Chomp. I'm not running Chomp. Sorry. Chomp is not coming. Meganium is ass? Well, yeah, but I'm making content, Andre, so I gotta use a content mon. Plus, Meganium Sand is picking up some traction on Twitter. On Twitter, people are liking Meganium Sand. Chomp is your best mon? That's great, man. That's great. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury. I'm gonna run Scarftar. I'm thinking I'll just run Scarftar. Yeah, let's run Scarftar. With insurance. With assurance. Instead of knockoff, we'll run assurance. We'll run Rock Slide. We'll run Icy Wind, I think is still going to be good. Mega T-Tar? I'm not running Mega T-Tar. Unfortunately, there will be no Mega T-Tar. Honestly, maybe just Superpower or Low Kick. We'll run Low Kick. There we go. That's a pretty decent tar. No more bulk, though. No bulk. We're getting rid of all the bulk. favor of all the speed. And are we hitting a jump number here? Yeah, we're hitting a jump number, so I'm fine with that. Whatever. Because he can reset with Mega. Okay, well, consider this. I don't want to do that. That's probably a good idea, actually. That's probably a really good idea, because then we don't have to bring Meganium into the... Probably a really good idea. I probably screwed this up, because then we don't need to bring Meganium into the matchup. Whatever. We're locked in. I'm sorry. We're already locked in, and we're giving the scarf. We're giving the scarf to T-Tar. Oh, that's a Mystic Water. Means we need a new item for Rotom. Rotom now needs a new item. Or we could just drop Rotom. I don't know. Let's just give it a Magnet for now, honestly. Do we have Magnet? I think I have Magnet. Yeah, let's give it a Magnet for now. And we'll swap out... Nah, we'll keep Volt Switch. We'll keep Volt Switch. Sandy Day. Sandy Day. Not Andre's favorite team, I'll tell you that. And we're about to uncover all the problems. All the problems that this comp has. Well, at least my take on it, my comp. Sandy Day, here we go. Sash Exca, Mega T-Tar, Lefty Corvs, Herb Sneasler. Oh, you're thinking of Herb Sneasler. You know what? Sneasler's a good shot on this team. Yeah. Alright, we're going to begin a game. We have to get a game. I'm sorry, I said I'm laddering. I didn't say I was hanging around the builder forever, which, by the way, I don't like this builder. I get that it's really easy to train, but I think you need Showdown for any kind of team building, like legitimate thinkers. Ooh, this is a cool team. So their only Mega is Tar. I can't lose this one. I legitimately cannot lose this one, or else I won't hear the end of it. And also our Meganium is not going to be good into their Mamo, but we have a lot of tools into his team, like a lot. I'm thinking he's going to lead Incin. There's like no doubt in my mind he leads Incin, so I'm definitely thinking, like I was already going to bring Corv. You like Rotom? I like Rotom as well. I like Rotom maybe even as a lead, but I also like all of my Mons, man. All of my Mons are good into all of his Mons. Meganium has to come at some point. Maybe we don't bring our Tar. Yeah, let's not bring our Tar. We'll be fine without our Tar, I think. You go Meganium Rotom lead? Nah. Meganium cannot lead into this. Meganium has to be in the back. And that's just because he has too many direct checks to Meganium. So I think once we get him out of position, Meganium will be really good. See, and there's the Incin lead into Corv. See, Meganium's so trash into this, but our lead's pretty good. You feel me? Alright, so we do not have to do anything this turn, and we're not going to. Well, we'll try to Volt Switch, but that's it. Actually, Hydro Pump is so much better just to get the extra momentum. Plus, we can nail this thing with a Weather Ball. But Rotom's not going to take a hit that it doesn't like, alright? Corv can't really touch it. Incin's not going to target it. So I think we're good to go into Meganium here. Hydro is a lot better, though. Hydro is a lot better. It's okay, he was faking it out anyways. That's fine. That's fine. He's going to get the early switch advantage. That's okay. Now we have to set our own Tailwind, and now we have to Volt Switch. He's probably going to Parting Shot, so we have to Volt Switch. If he attacks me, I mean, he's going to take damage from his Flare Blitz. So I'm really okay with him attacking me. Yeah, he's going to withdraw. I think this is Mamo. No, it's T-Tar. Alright, that's cool. Yep, see, there's Parting Shot. And now, depending on what he brings in, it's Mamo, actually. So, we're actually going to go into... I'm thinking we go into Excadrill here. I'm thinking we go into Excadrill and we EQ and we go back into Rotom. That's what I'm feeling. And this EQ really does hurt. And we staggered the Tailwind too, so now we have the Tailwind advantage. Yep, T-Tar's coming back for, I'd assume, oh, Incin is here. Alright. That was a really bad switch. It needed to be Corv. Alright, we are Sand Rush on Excadrill, that's good. And he is Shuka Incin, which I think Chopple's a better set, but... Who am I to judge? Oh, he EQ'd as well! This is gonna hurt. He takes me down to my Sash, but I don't think I really care. Alright, here we're just going to double protect on the fake out. And I find it really hard to punish because if he wants to get priority, he's got to give up his Mamo. And if he gives up his Mamo, he's really in trouble to Meganium. He's already in trouble to Meganium. And I don't even know if he has Shard. Okay, he's blitzing my Excadrill. I did not look at this guy's elo. Alright, this is just Hydro Pump EQ. Yeah, Rotom is just absolutely going crazy right now. If we can get rid of Mamo, we essentially win the game. Unless he's got some, like, Poison Jab. Okay, Incin's gonna come out for Corv. For Tyranitar! And he's gonna let me have it! Alright, this game is over. I don't know. Unless we miss the Hydro Pump here. Oh, okay, never mind. I see how the game's not over yet. He killed his own T-Tar, man. You can't make it up. It doesn't matter that he killed his own T-Tar. What matters is that we're going to be able to kill... I mean, what offense does he have into Rotom Wash right now? He has no offense into Rotom Wash. Yeah, he forfeited. That's too bad. Too bad. We even missed a Hydro. Alright, now we're 1871. That's a little higher. That's a little higher. The goal is to get to 2,000. That's what everyone's posting on Twitter is 2,000. So the goal is to get to 2,000. You want 2,000 elo to be cool. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate it. Appreciate the shout. It was win condition identification. Alright, here we have Mega Gar, and I'm terrified. And I really wish I was Mega Tyranitar. Now I wish I was Mega T-Tar. Now I see the vision. Mega T-Tar. Oh, Christ. Alright, who's good? Rotom Wash is good. Rotom Wash is good here. And I need to make a team with Rotom Wash and Hydreigon, because those Mons just are such... They're such sit in front of Mons. They really can sit in front of you. So Rotom Wash is really good. You know who's terrible is Arcanine. Arcanine's a terrible bring. And I don't know if Meganium is bringable either. I'm kind of feeling the same stuff. But instead of Meganium, we run T-Tar Excadrill. It does make us extremely limited into their Skarm. I'll say that much. We are super limited into Skarmory. But outside of that, and you know what? We can always Iron Head Assurance it. Alright. Well, this is a Rotom Wash lead. If I'd ever seen one. What do we do but double the Melodic, right? I mean, we could. This is double City. We could double whatever. Does he even have a ground type? Oh my gosh, I'm messing through the menus. He doesn't even have a ground type, so this is double City. And I don't even see how he can reposition all too well, if I'm going to be honest. So we're just going to double. He could... Oh, he's going to Coil, Hypnosis, set Tailwind. This is going to be annoying. Alright, well that's a withdrawal of the Skarmory. Alright, and a Hydreigon, so that's going to help him, for sure. Para is so huge. Oh, Para sucks. Para really sucks for him. That's like the game right there. It's Scald on... Oh, we should be Lum. We should be Lum on this spawn. We're going Lum. Alright, that Melodic has Protect, and it's clicking it. I don't know what to tell you other than that. And you know what? Our Corv really isn't even that useful offensively. I don't know how strong Heavy Slam is to Hydreigon, so we'll Brave Bird. I don't know my weight tiers. You like having HP percentage? Me too. You should rewatch the first stream. I was guessing percentages. I was just guessing this move would be 30%, and it did. That was amazing. Alright, we are communicating with our opposing trainer, who, by the way, looks a lot like my Legend ZA trainer. The opposing trainer, that is basically what I look like in Legend ZA. And is it just me, or does this game just kind of look like Legend ZA? Other than, like... Alright, there's Melodic switching. For Skarm. Ah, that would have been a nice T-Bolt. Alright, let's see if we can deal enough with this Brave Bird. Yep. Let's go Adamant Corviknight. Probably just enough too on that one. And we're taking it for free. We're taking their Hydreigon for free. Lucky on the Thunderbolt Para. Shout out to Rhythm, the Rhythm with him. That's my friend Gray for the amazing shiny Corv. And we need to get rid of Skarm. I'd say. It could be Sturdy Scarf, but I don't know if it matters. Does he have anything that can, like, beat me in the back? I think, like, anything that goes crazy? Not really. So I'm just going to double the Skarm and try to remove it. I'm not going to worry about setting Tailwind right now. He's going to set Tailwind. Oh, he didn't bring, you know, that makes sense not to bring Mega Gengar. Yeah, Rotom is just soloing this dude's team. Rock Slide Skarm is pretty toxic. T-Bolt's just going to go off, and with the Magnet boost, get out of here. Rotom's just taking lives. I hope this, like, crits and kills. Okay, well, it burnt, which is probably the worst thing it could have done. No crit. But you know what? That's fine, because we'll live another turn. And we need to start hitting this melodic now. Or not. Rotom just solos. Rotom washing machine form. Love how I just put Excadrill on the team and suddenly it's good. Like, I was 0-3 with this team and then I dropped it. And then I saw one with Excadrill. I was like, well, I've been saying Excadrill's better. Like, I mean, on sand on Meganium sand. All right, now we have a fitting rival. We have a rival who's fit to our. Oof, this is ugly. This is tough, and that is a Politoed, which is even harder. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Let's play T-Tar Rotom. We'll put Meganium in the back. Because that way we can Volt Switch. We can switch out to T-Tar and then Volt Switch back into it, is my idea. And then we'll have Excadrill in the back. And we're really just doing our best. I mean, we're kind of leaving nothing for their Meganium. We're just going to have to outspeed and Weather Ball it, because our Meganium's a little fast. He's a little fast. Eska, T-Tar, Corv, Chomp. See, why are you running... Andre, no, you need to rethink this. Why are you running Excadrill and Garchomp on the same team? Alright. Alright, again, we are Scarf. So what we're going to do is we're going to Volt Switch off of their Basculegion. And we're going to go into our Meganium. We have to take a wave or flip turn, unfortunately, with our baby Meganium. But then next turn we'll have Icy Wind Weather Ball, and that'll be alright. Oh, no we won't. We're just going to get Solar Beam this turn. Maybe he Solar Beamed the wrong target. At any rate, this spawn coming in is going to get Volt switched on. It is Archaludon. That's not good. I say we go into T-Tar, and if we get destroyed by Solar Beam, then so be it. Yeah, we're so screwed. I think he's pointing at my T-Tar. He's aiming his firing at my T-Tar. Yeah, that was the best slot for me. That was my best slot. See, now we gotta go Excadrill, right? And he's definitely got Politoed in the back. Definitely Poly in the back. I guess we didn't get to Volt Switch on the Arch, did we? Oh, we did Volt Switch. Yes, we did Volt Switch on the Arch. You know what? I'm not scared of Arch. I'm just gonna Iron Head and Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, this is Politoed. But it's not like we want to kill the Politoed, you know, right now. We're okay with him being on the board. Flash Cannon is faster, so that's good to know. Yeah, but I think we're screwed. I think there's no coming back from losing our T-Tar turn 1. I think there's no coming back. I think this game's cooked. I think this is like a forfeit at this point. We don't have fast enough Mons. I guess we do, actually, we do. Unless he like Draco Meteors, or he goes to Meganium, his own Meganium here. But even then, unless he Icy wins, an Icy win would be a tragedy. All right, go back in the stream. How much did I do with the first Thunderbolt? All right, it is Weather Ball. Do I need to go for Hydro here? I will. Volt Switch did 29. All right, thank you for the heads up. We will. I think Volt Switch is good again. Volt Switch is good again. And we'll Solar Beam down the same slot. And he's faster. It's max speed Timid Arch. It is literally max speed Timid Arch. I mean, what else would you run on a sturdy Arch, right? Alright, this is up. This is up. I don't know why we're continuing at this line. We need a better Mon than... We need some better rain answers. I don't know if this is the best rain answer. Meganium. Meganium with a Corviknight Tailwind. I don't know if that's the best rain answer. Magnet Rotom. I don't know if Magnet Rotom is the best rain answer. Alright, well, our win streak is over. We're falling in the ladder. It's all over, guys. It's all over. Literally, unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Nothing's happening. Andre, we've got a real treat if you stick around for another, I don't know, maybe next game or the game after. I'm going to do a ranking. I'm going to do a tier list, a power rankings. Alright, this is the kind of team that I really don't want to go up against. Because I've not solved beating Sneasler King Gambit without just thinking about Sneasler King Gambit in the builder. I've yet to solve that. But we have our Magnet Rotom. Still got Magnet Rotom. I mean, Corv is here. Corv is a good mon. No, actually, this is just T-Tar Drill. What am I doing? See, this is show you how much I play. Yeah, Arcanine's not coming. I don't know what I was thinking when I cooked that. You know who's ass in this game is Meganium. Meganium is terrible here. I don't know what you would do with Meganium. I think it has to be these four. And I still don't wish I had a Mega T-Tar. I think Scarf is fine. Is Corv Body Press? No, Corv has Heavy Slam, Tailwind, and Protect. Alright, so here is our problem. I'm sure you can see it. But we are just getting Tailwind close combat into one of our slots. That is what's happening here, unfortunately. Rotom's my best mon. I can't switch in Rotom now. Alright, it is Corv getting CC'd. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We'll let Corv take the brunt of that damage. White Herb Sneasler is gonna get EQ'd to death. If this doesn't kill, I'm turning off the stream. If this doesn't kill, I'm turning off the stream. Alright. I don't know what's I know Excadrill. I don't know this man. Me and Excadrill, we're not friends. We're not friends. We don't know each other. But obviously he's got to throw in something fast. Let's double protect here. I mean, that to me is obvious. We double protect because then he's oh, I see Andre's logging on to Pokemon Champions as well. But if we double protect, we're gonna get more out of our Tailwind. Alright, and he's Wisping. And actually, we know that he's forfeiting. Alright, he's gonna forfeit. That's okay. I don't know what he had in the back, but he couldn't beat ours. See, it's useless. It's useful to not bring Meganium. It's useful. Alright, we've won 5 battles already today. This game moves fast. I don't know, I'm having a lot of fun playing Pokemon Champions. Maybe we could just put Delphox on this Arcanine slot. And then we could decide, is it a Delphox game or is it a Meganium game? That would free up an item slot too. Oh, 1 toke over the edge, my friend. 1 toke over the edge. We're going to do our best here. But I don't know how much more we've got. And I've been bringing Corviknight all day. It was Scarf. It was Scarf. Scarf was ass. I think I like switching moves. I think we lead Corv. And I don't like Corv. I don't hate Corv Arcanine into this. But T-Tar Excadrill also destroys him. Yeah, let's do that. Let's lead these two. And then we'll have these two in the back. I mean, Rotom's still amazing, but I've got to get Meganium in there somehow. I've got to get Meganium his reps. He's terrible into this. No, Meganium's awful and an awful, awful bring into this. We need... Arcanine can be another Mega. We need another Mega for Arcanine. I'm thinking Delphox. I think Delphox is a good Mega for this. Alright. So, that being said, we are getting threatened to hell with low kick here. Ask me a question. Do I care? I wish I'd brought Rotom now. Now I wish I brought Rotom. I can go to Meganium, though. I think Komao would be great on this team. No cap. But yeah, Meganium's going to take this low kick. Oh. Drain Punch. Okay, it's less interested in taking that for sure. All right, again, Meganium's a pretty terrible bring to this. So oh, that was a crit. All right. Shoot, he's definitely Drain Punching again. I mean, if we Tailwind here, we'll be faster than his Mons, so we'd better Tailwind. As for the Meganium slot, I mean, I think he has to Drain Punch, honestly. So, who do I want to take out? Definitely the Kang. Actually, Dazzling Gleam would probably do it, but I don't know. He's gonna get a Drain Punch off. And if he encores me, that's fine. That's Christmas. He wants so badly to win the Tailwind War, I tell ya. See, Double Edge isn't gonna do him any favors. Not at all. Because it's kind of my choice what I go to. I'm just kidding. It's definitely gonna be Excadrill. Now here's a question: what can switch in on Excadrill? Because whatever can switch in on Excadrill is what slot I'm Brave Birding. All right, looks like what's switching in on ground moves on this one, on this squad? Literally nothing. Oh, he's so screwed. I guess I'll Heavy Slam because I like to keep my Mons. He doesn't even have his own Tailwind up. So right now Corv is faster. He's got a Sucker is what he has to do. And that's not gonna help him out, man, because I'm about to EQ Brave Bird anyways. Yeah, I had to Sucker. Oh wait, no, that's Tailwind. I'm gonna Tailwind. EQ Tailwind. That's right. Alright, Primarina is unfortunate. I was scared of Primarina coming out. And this is where Meganium would have been good, but we sacrificed it. For what? For our T-Tar, I guess. Let's see, we have 2 more turns of Sand. We're locked into Tailwind. I mean, we have to bring in T-Tar. In my opinion, we have to bring in T-Tar, and gotta kill the we have to hit the Primarina so that we can Rock Slide next turn. Oh, Iron Head would have been much better. I am now realizing. Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, no. Rock Slide would have been better. We'll live this with T-Tar. We'll live. The problem is his Sandstorm's about to go down, and he has Protect on Whims. Alright, we gotta kill Prim. Obviously, Whims is gonna get the Protect first. Prim is unfortunately fast. And that's our last turn of Tailwind. Yeah, we're screwed. We're so screwed. If only T-Tar had Protect and more bulk to Tailwind. Yeah, because I'd love to Protect Tailwind in front of an Encore Whimsicott, for sure. No, but maybe he locks us into Brave Bird. Maybe he doesn't Moonblast the T-Tar. You know, there's a world where he doesn't Moonblast the T-Tar, and T-Tar is faster than Primarina. And Rock Slide, he's just able to pick up the Prim. Brave Bird picks up the Whims. These places exist. See, he Moonblasted the Corv. The Corv. See, maybe we're faster with the Scarf T-Tar. Let's see if Scarf T-Tar can do it. Oh! No! That is awful. That is awful. Our Scarftar was faster, but then we missed the rock slide. Oh my gosh. No. No. We've got Andre out here in my comments insulting me for using Scarftar, right, in this situation. And then Scarftar is faster than the Primarina with their Tailwind up, but I missed the rock slide on their Prim. It literally went how I said. I said, maybe they don't Moonblast the Tar. They didn't Moonblast the Tar because they're like, oh, Hyper Voice is going to pick up both, and I want Chip on the Corv, all right? Gosh, awful, just awful. We're back at 1860, right where we friggin' started. I hate Pokemon. I hate Pokemon. Rock Slide, make it 20% chance to flinch, 95% accuracy, please. Give it to me. Rock Slide, give me accurate Rock Slides. Or even better, make it 10 chance to flinch, 80 power, 95 accurate. How do you like that? I'm not. This is definitely a T-Tar team. Mega T-Tar is on the board here. Rotom is amazing. So is this guy. We don't need our own T-Tar, because he's going to bring it for us. Our team can't really function without sand. It just can't. So whatever. I'm over it. I'm over it. Notice we're not bringing Arcanine. Yet again, we're not bringing Arcanine. I need to put Delphox on the team, if anything. I mean, Delphox would have come. Delphox would have come to that last game for sure. Finish Jatar, what'd I tell you? Look at that. Check out what we're gonna do. Does he have any switch-ins? He has no switch-ins. Yeah, so he megas the Tar. It's not weakness policy. We know that. So that's good. Hydro Pump's still gonna rip it. Half its health is gone. What am I expecting? Dragon Dance? Slow, I'll tell you that. It is slow as hell. Brave Bird's not gonna pick up Sinistcha, of course. You didn't think it was gonna pick up Sinistcha, did you? It's knockoff, so he's gonna he's gonna strongly knock off my Magnet and kill me with Machi. Well, kill my Rotom with Machigotcha. Chat, did I deserve a miss? I think I deserved a miss, but it's fine because it's gonna get Excadrill in. Now Excadrill's in and can just rip Earthquakes. Alright, let's see. What else do we... what does he have in the back that can switch? His own Excadrill and Corviknight. Alright. I gotta tell you, I'm not incredibly impressed with either. I mean, I'm seeing Protect, switch to Corv. You know what, I'm seeing it so hard that I'm actually gonna read it. Yep, there's Corv. And yes, yes. I told you he was going to protect and switch to Corv. I told you that. This was known information. Okay, well, he still doesn't have shit. Now the Corv gets Weather Bowled to death. Who's coming in for T-Tar? Has to be Sinistra, of course. Now, surely players are aware that fools are clicking Weather Ball. Maybe he's faster. Nope, we are faster. We're gonna Mega Soul that Weather Ball. Oof! That felt good to click. That felt good to click, and Corv goes down. I told you guys that Corv was coming in, and we were going to Meganium to kill it. Meganium does something! Let's go, everybody. Alright, now his own Excadrill is in. You think EQ will just kill the Sinistcha? If that's the case, that's what we're gonna do. I think EQ will just kill the Sinistcha, and we're gonna switch back into Corv. Oh man, that was epic. I don't know what that Rage Powder is supposed to do. I don't agree with that play. I think this is just a... Oh, no. It was never a double KO. Never. Excadrill's gonna hang on using its Focus Sash. I think there's one turn left of Trick Room, if I'm correct. Or Tailwind, but I'm a little worried about the Sinistcha setting Trick Room. Yeah, there's one turn left of Sandstorm. I think this is the time to rip Protect Tailwind. Oh, hopefully he doesn't go for Trick Room. If he goes for Trick Room, he's a god. But gods can bleed. He's also got 1 HP on 2 of his last 3 Mons. But I'm expecting smooth sailing from here. Because I'm a little scared that his Excadrill is going to just outspeed me. Well, I should have been scared of the Trick Room coming from them. The Sinistcha. That's awful. That's really, really, really awful. Alright, well, we gotta go for the Excadrill. That was stupid. That was stupid. I shouldn't have Tailwinded. Someone walk me through this. Click Tailwind in front of Sinistcha with a Tailwind Mon. Don't just attack the 2 1 HP Mons. See, here's my thinking. I'm scared of a Sneasler in the back being able to click Close Combat. I guess I shouldn't have been so afraid. And, like, for real, if he Iron Heads my Excadrill and it goes down and he Matcha Gotcha burns me, so be it. Excadrill's protecting. Does he even have Sneasler in the back? Alright, well, now we have to Brave Bird the Excadrill to finally get rid of it. This Mon has been on the field for way too many turns. I had him! I had him! The fact that he Trick Room tells me that whatever is in the back is kind of slow. It's not Sneasler. Which would be crazy. It would be crazy not to bring Sneasler. My opinion. In my earnest, honest opinion. Life Dew! Oh gosh, no, that's bad. Wait, that's downright awful. Alright, not gonna get Iron Headed. And Brave Bird is enough to pick up the KO because Corv is kind of strong and Exca is kind of frail. And Brave Bird is just a strong move. That's not to jump to any conclusions. That's not to immediately say we're back. But there are sides. Oh, it was Megatar in the back. Why am I talking about Sneasler? Bro, I need to lay off. Oh, alright. Well, this becomes very simple then. We Solar Beam the T. Actually, Dazzling Gleam should pick it up because we're in the sun. Pretend we're in the sun. I don't know what you're Rage Powdering. Yeah, I'm a grass type. Oh, nice. Meganium's the GOAT. Meganium lives an Ice Punch from Megatar. I guess Megatar is not so good after all. And then Meganium's gonna pick up the Tar. See, I figured the margins were high enough to where I could just click Tailwind in a Trick Room game. I had to play this game on hard mode, this match. I'm having a lot of fun with this team, actually. This team is enjoyable. I was kind of getting weary of Mega Kangaskhan. I really like Kangaskhan, don't get me wrong, but I think it's kind of hard to build it right now. All that Sneasler, King Gambit, not really that much support. Like, if there was a Mungus, right? If we had Kangaskhan and Mungus, and there was no safety goggles, so I think Kangaskhan would be an S-tier Mega again. There has to be no safety goggles. We have a Palafin Dragapult team, Mega Lucario. This is some spice. This is spice. I mean, he's not that great into, like, Excadrill T-Tar to begin with. Meganium for content. And then I feel like, yeah, no. I feel like Corv is the more splashable Mon. I can't be too scared of Palafin. Besides, what if he tries to flip turn? What if he tries to flip turn instead of hard switch? As Iron Head, Assurance, it drops. Right there. See, that's it right there. I'm actually going to do it to the Serena, though. Serena's going to get got. Because, you know, I think Palafin ought to switch out. Just like hard switch. Yeah. Probably into Ensign. Yep. Oh, this Assurance is not going to pick up. Oh, but we're going to flinch him. It doesn't matter if you can flinch him. Now we can go into our Corv. Pretty much for free. I mean, he does have Flare Blitz. Let's not forget the Flare Blitz. If this lowers my defense, it lowers his defense. Yep. Oh, attack is even better. And now I've got EQ Brave Bird into this instant right here. Is it Shuka? No, it's not Shuka. Oh, this isn't gonna kill. It might. No, definitely not anymore. We're so screwed. Yep, attack drop on Excadrill. Show me Flare Blitz. Well, that's the wrong mon to Flare Blitz. But that works. That works for me. Now it doesn't work for me. Now I'm not cool with it. You see. Because I was just about to set Tailwind EQ. And it was gonna be alright. I mean, I still got insurance strats. And I've got Icy Wind strats, mind you. So, we'll EQ. And I wouldn't be surprised if he Jet Punched here. But he could Jet Punch either slot, so I've got to get some value. Oh! Not Jet Punch. What is you doing, bruh? Now you're Meganium food. Oh, okay, it's Wave Crash. Predicting a potential switch, perhaps? Alright, battle info. There's one turn of Sandstorm, so I think we're going to go into Meganium here. Not into seeing that. Not at all. Let's not Mega Evolve just yet. Hopefully he kills my Meganium, or my Excadrill here. Yes, okay, good. Okay, now we go back to T-Tar. And we unfortunately have to be toxic here. We have to be toxic. But we're finally going to use Flutter Mane T-Tar. Here we go. Flutter Mane T-Tar. So the idea is we Icy Wind their Lucario, and then we follow up with a nasty Weather Ball to one-shot it. Outspeed and one-shot. See, Scarf Tyranitar. A choice Scarf Tyranitar. Alright, here we go. Mega Meganium 2. We outspeed with Meganium at -1 at least, I'm sure. Oh, he is faster with the... Oh, it's a Choice Scarf Palafin, that's why. Interesting. He definitely should have done this the other way around. Oh, he's faster with that Mon too. Alright, we're toast. GG. I wonder if we just low-kicked if we win. Alright, Scarftar is not faster than Mega Lucario, confirmed. That's unfortunate. That's bad. That's too bad. I wonder if we just low-kicked Lucario there, if we would have won then. Alright, I got one more in me. I got one more in me. Then I gotta go make dinner. Alright, let's see. So we've got Hail. Oh gosh. We got Hail in the house. Corva's pretty decent. He's got Sun in the house too. And then he's also got Mega Floette somewhere in there. There's a lot going on here, and I'm not sure what to make of it. But when in doubt, select Corviknight. Rotom's not that good. But I want to pivot. I'm going to pivot into Meganium. So we'll go Corv, Rotom, Meganium. And is T-Tar Excadrill any good here? I mean, shit, yeah, of course. Do we really want Meganium? No, we don't need Meganium. We should not bring Meganium into this. Do not bring the dinosaur into this, the grass dino into this. For this double weather team. There will be 3 weathers on the field. The Meganium would have ignored all of them. Well, I'm pretty sure it's clear what needs to be done. We simply use our strongest moves against both of these Mons. I mean, it's a ladder, and he has to flinch us, dude. Like, we counter-led him so bad. And we're going to hit the Hydro Pump. And that's just going to one-shot Mammo, probably never melt ice to pick up Garchomp with Shard. And then are we going to move through the flinches with Corv? Yep. And that's Sash, Arrow. Oh, no, it's just heavier than I thought. That was a crit, too. So, does Scarftar have to be Jolly? That would suck. Alright. We'll Tailwind and we'll Volt Switch off of the Aerodactyl. See what his last Weathermon is. And never mind, he is a very fast Vanillux. Very fast. Speedy Scarf Vanillux. The ice cream has a Choice Scarf. Fear not. Now we bring in Rock Slide. I don't know what he does into this. He's got to get like a double flinch. He has to double flinch. Alright, let's see. So, what's he going into? Charizard! Oh, he has to flinch. He has to flinch my T-Tar. Or, Wide Guard will do. Oh, I needed to kill the Aerodactyl on this turn. On this turn right here, I needed Arrow dead. Because that's not enough damage. That will not do. That dog will not hunt. Oh, I'm cooked. My goose. All right, well, T-Tar does win the game if I can just land a Rock Slide. Which means he needs to be spamming Heat Waves. Ah, see, he went for Rock Slide of his own. He was thinking I might switch. Of course, we flinch. We don't move when we flinch. When you flinch, you don't move. That's the name of the game. When you flinch, you don't move. So, GG's. I enjoyed the game. And we got burned. All right, I enjoyed the game. Thank you for the game. GG. What next? What next? Who should I play as next? Now we're 1840. We're lower on the ladder than we started now. Now we are lower. Now we need to battle with a different team. We need to go to war with a different squad. We need to change it up on Mega Meganium. Oh, actually, no. We just need to edit it. We just need to edit it. Because you know who's never coming is this guy right here, Arcanine. Never comes. But you know who could come is Starmie could come. What if we went Rotom Heat? No, it has to be Wash. It has to be Wash. And it has to be... Hold up. Do we have a Delphox? Is Delphox aboard? Volcarona is available. Hey, Volcarona is available. Wait, Volk is available. No, Volk is stupid. Volk is stupid because we need to run dual Mega. We're trying to dual Mega this. We do not have Delphox. We have Salazzle. I don't know what we're gonna do with Salazzle. It's shiny. I think I have to transfer in a Delphox, which is too bad. Let's build a team. Who heard that? We're building now. We're building around Starmie. No. I need to build around something. There needs to be something out there that beats Sneasler Gambit on lead. There has to be something out there. He has to exist. Como is pretty good into it. All right, we're gonna build a Como team. Como is coming to the. Como is joining the fray. What's the best Mega to bring with Como? It might be Meganium, mind you. It might be Meganium. I mean, I think it needs to be something that can soak up fairies, right? I mean, what are the Megas? That would be Gengar. Gengar, I think, could be a pretty good Como. Like we could run Como Gengar. Oh, of course, I'd like to edit the team for sure. I think Como Gengar is probably the play in this particular case. Como Gengar, and you know what's funny is you can run Soundproof, Song, and you don't have to worry about. But I'm not going to do that. Gengar is just an aesthetic Perish Songer. It's not going to be a Perish Song Pokemon in this regard. Who's good with this now? Como Gengar. What do we want to do with the Como? I mean, okay, so we have really good offensive coverage with Shadow Ball and Close Combat. And Komao can sit in front of something, some physical attackers. Meanwhile, Gengar can't fit in front of anything. So I'd like a Mon that can fit in front of that would prefer to sit in front of physical attackers, but can do it against special. That has good type synergy with Como. You know that they're well in the sense that they're both kind of resistant to similar things. All right, this is what I'm thinking. Is I'm thinking if I have to switch Gengar out on a board state, I don't want what's coming in on the board state to be like, very defensively poor, into it. So something that switches nice with Gengar and then maintains defensive, like, I don't know, negative synergy. They somewhat similar defensive profile to Como. Okay, who's that going to be? Who's that going to be? Let's go in Showdown, actually. Let's go in Showdown. Let's go in Showdown. Let's see. And let's see if I can make a new scene that includes Pokemon Showdown. Let's see. So we're going to add a scene. Yes. And on this scene, I'm going to do display capture. No. Browser. Oh, I've just added a web browser using. Oh, okay. We have to type the URL of the web browser. I don't think that's right. Oops, that's Spotify. All right, that's definitely not it. I think this is for something else. Yes, we'll remove the browser. All right, we'll do display capture. All right, ignore these settings for a moment. Ignore these settings. Okay. Whatever. Let's see. How do we do it? Do we pull down here? Nope. Is it Shift? Nope. Is it Alt? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing here. There we go. And then we will transform it to fit the screen. Now we're going to stretch. No, we won't stretch. We won't stretch it. All right. Does that look good? Does that look good? All right. We're going to build. All right. We need Gengar, of course. We need Komao. So I'd like something that with levitate, I think. I think I'd like something with levitate. That. All right. There are not a lot of levitate mons. Holy. There are no levitate mons. No wonder Delphox is popular. So it could either be Rotom Wash or Hydreigon, really. Are there flying types that share a similar? Because I'm feeling Hydreigon. I am feeling it. Yeah, you could position those two in front of some decent board states, I think. Oh, you know what? I think Mousehold. I've been wanting to use Mousehold, and I feel like it could show its merit on this team right here. Um, and then we need, I mean, let's see if there's a flying type that can maybe fit the bill. And if not, we will go to our next best and we'll look at bugs and grasses. All right, so I'm not using Skarmory, that's for sure. Gliscor is available. Let's see, what does Gengar not like to take? Slash weak Gengar, besides physical attacks. Doesn't like dark, ghost, ground, and psychic. Okay, so we really need another dark resist is what we need. And I feel like dark is just a dark type is just fitting perfectly here. I don't want to say it's King Gambit. I really prefer not to mention King Gambit, but I think it is King Gambit actually. If it's not King Gambit, then who? Meowscarada could be kind of dope. I mean, think about it. Think about the stuff you're trapping, and then that is an offensive team. But I mean, we should probably be a little offensive, I think. Um, let's see. There's also Zoroark, and we could run Zoroark. I think that'd be interesting. I think Mega Gengar Zoroark sounds really toxic. Really toxic. Hydreigon's definitely calling my name. I'll tell you that much. Hydreigon is speaking to me. Incin, of course, is kind of speaking to me. It's kind of busted with Gengar. But I think if the Mon we choose here is gonna pick the rest of our team. If we go something like Meowscarada, then we're gonna have a pretty offensive team. Trying to get the Como going as well, with offensive support. And if we go with something like Incin, then we'll have a pretty defensive kind of switchy team. And I'm kind of like I'm feeling Meowscarada. I mean, what's in this format that Meowscarada can hit? I don't know. I don't know. Put him on the team. We'll find out. He's gotta take some psychic hits. That's for sure. He'll have to take a psychic hit, but then he can sucker. We'll have mouse hold here. Mouse hold will hold it down, and now we're offensive. Oh well, I did just cut my the connection to my video game, my champions, unfortunately. I did just cut my connection to champions, Pokemon champions. We'll see if we lost it. And we have indeed lost it. It's all right. We're playing Pokemon Showdown now. Let's see. Meowscarada is here. I wonder if Aerodactyl would be good on this team. I mean, not with Meowscarada and Mousehold. Well, with Mousehold there, maybe it's fine. I'm feeling Talon, to be real with you. I'm feeling kind of Talonflame. Yeah, I'm just feeling Talonflame. Why? Why Talon? Does it have a similar offensive profile to Gengar? No. No, it does. It does. I mean, what other fire types are there? What other fire types are there besides Megas? What other fire types are there? There's Arcanine. We've seen enough of Arcanine. I think it's probably just Incin, but the steel types carry a ground type on the team. That's just what they do right now in this meta. Volcarona's a joke. And now we're in the Jokemons. Wow, there are no good fire types besides like Megas and then like Typhlosion. Let's see, and Incin, of course, and Incin. Oh, and of course Tauros Paldea Blaze, which if I'm gonna be real, well, we have Como, so it's not gonna happen. Speaking of which, I think we should probably throw Steel on the team, maybe. But I still don't want to be too weak to like, I don't know, a ground type plus a flying type, which that's what they like to do, right? So Rotom helps us a lot with that. We'll run a Scarf Rotom set. Rotom Wash. We'll run like a Scarf Rotom Wash with Trick, Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, and Thunderbolt. Yeah, yeah, there we go. All right, we've got our team. We can build this in game, I believe. Do we have a Meowscarada in game? If we have a Meowscarada in game, we can build this. I think I just picked one up. I'm not seeing Meowscarada in game. Yeah, I'm not seeing Meowscarada in game. Let's see. I'll probably have to pick one up. Oh, Sneasler's pretty busted too, but we don't need Sneasler with this Como squad, which I don't know what I'm gonna do with this Como, but it'll be dictated by the rest of the team, I suppose. Let's see, there's Rotom Wash. Who else do we have here? Talon. I'm just feeling Talon. I'm just feeling nostalgic for Talon Flame. Could you blame me? Could you blame me? Maybe we should just try to roll. Let's just try to roll. Mm. All right. First, I've got to somehow repair. All right. Duplicating it did not work. Let's see, we're trying to fix this. We need to switch the orders up. There we go. Here, let's switch box views as well. Here, what if we just copy? No. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. How do we simply reset our video capture device? Filters? No. Properties. Oh, it worked. Okay. All right, we're back. All right, we have to roll now. We have to roll for a. I think Gengar really works well in a double mega too. So maybe we should throw on a Delphox actually. But we're gonna try to roll, and if we don't get it, we're gonna rank the megas, and then I'm gonna go eat dinner. All right, let's meet a new lineup of Pokemon. What are we gonna get? All right, so we have Rotom Cut, which could prove useful. Toxicroak could also prove useful, and you know what? I didn't know Toxicroak was in this game, and that kind of changes things for me. I don't think it could thrive in a mega meta though. Heracross is here too, and I've heard good things about Heracross, so we will be collecting Heracross here. And let's do this one more time. I like to gamble. I like to roll the dice. All right, Slowking is sick. I like Slowking. And nothing else on here really catches my eye. So, I mean, Ditto's kind of cool, but I don't see myself using Ditto right now. And I could just go get a Ditto if ever need be. I would get a shiny Ditto, no doubt. Alright, last roll, I think. This is our last roll. Alolan Ninetales is a good shout. Everything else, kind of not useful. So, and I should probably stop perma recruiting these bonds. I'm not going to use Alolan Ninetales soon enough to where I couldn't just transfer it in myself. Alright, and I'm just addicted to pressing the buttons, so I'm going to keep doing it. What are we going to get? We need one specific Mon. I can't remember what it is. Meowscarada. We need a Meowscarada. Alright, Superior is close enough. And I'm almost tempted to take it. I'm almost tempted to take Shandy as well. Who's Shandy? Who's Shandy as a Mon? Who is Chandelure? Yeah, I'm terrible in menus. Alright, so we have Infiltrator, Mega Chandelure. Yeah, with the Ghost Fire typing, this isn't really bulky enough. I mean, how bulky does he get with max HP? Even then, you'd probably run speed, but 90 is a pretty unfortunate speed tier. I mean, 175 special attack. You cannot argue with the efficacy of that. I mean, even with no investment, it's hitting basically as hard as Chi-Yu. So, I mean, but Chi-Yu's got much better typing, at least like defensively. Um, that lets it be frail. What happens if you just max this out? What happens? I don't do the quick math. Yeah, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough to compensate. It's a whole lot, though. I mean, am I sure that's not enough? It sure is a whole lot. I'm just parroting. I'm just parroting. Chandelure. I guess they don't have Mega Chandelure. Unless you have to type in like Mega. Nope, they don't have Megas yet. That's alright. Let's give Chandelure 175 special attack, because that's what he's working with. Run. It's not 252, it's what, 32? Yeah, 32 is the max. Modest. Alright. And we'll calc a Heat Wave and a Shadow Ball. And we'll calc it against our friend Mega Kangaskhan. First off, the Shadow Ball is 2-hit KOing the Abomasnow. It's doing like 60. I mean, it's decent. It would really hurt, you know? I mean, doing 55 to Kangaskhan is no doubt very painful. Like, but that's bulkless Kangaskhan. That's also regular Kangaskhan. What's it doing to, I don't know, Incineroar? Incineroar, what's it doing to Incin? Nothing. It's doing nothing to Incin. Incin switches on the spawn for free. What's it doing to Sneasler? Are we picking up Sneasler? With 2 heat waves, yeah, it's not good enough. It's just not good enough. Alright, Shandy is not coming to the squad. We're never gonna use Shandy. Caesar is here. Caesar is here, he's available. I hear Caesar is okay. And then Superior is not battle tested. Not battle tested, and probably suffers not having Terra. So we'll get Caesar on a trial. We'll get Caesar on a trial recruitment. And we'll do another one, because we're making content. We're making content. Okay, is that a shiny? No. Nope, then probably never going to use them. Alright. We already have a King Gambit. We don't have a Lopunny already, and I think Lopunny could be cool. Lopunny, my bad, Lopunny. Does this one get Chlorophyll? Probably not. Garbodor is exactly that. Just grab Lopunny on a trial. I got a Mega Lopunny. Alright, let's see what we're gonna roll it again. Because Mega Lopunny, I mean, it's fast. You know, it can... Oh, we got 2 shinies, and they're both beautiful. Oh, this one has a title, though, so we're going with Pinsir, the Dozy. Come to me. Shiny Mega Pinsir, the Dozy. One of the stronger flying type attackers, although it might just be beaten by, you know, the one that clicks the Talonflame. Alright, we'll go with Mega Gallade. Gallade for the Mega. It gets inner focus. Mega Gallade gets inner focus. As soon as it Megas, it's online. Slapping you with close combats. Also, a little too slow for how frail it is. We got another Gengar. Simisear has finally joined us. And I think I ought to pick Simisear here. Oh, or Cast Form. One of these Mons, or 2 of them. Like, I'm going to pick Cast Form. I like him. And he's going to join the team forever. You got to check the weather forecast. You have to have Cast Form to tell you if it's raining, because then he'll be in his rain mode. Alright, let's see. Any good shouts here? Simisage is my least favorite of them, I think. Simipour is a close second least favorite. Might just be Simipour. Avalugg, Mountain Gale got buffed. I'll say Mountain Gale got buffed, and I'm looking at 196 attack stat right now on a maxed out Avalugg. Just saying, Avalugg might be, he might be there. He might be there. Look at those giant jaws. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that. Rotom Ghost is not interesting. Heliolisk is interesting. And then Vivillon is interesting, but we have one. So we'll take a Heliolisk. We'll take him out for a spin. And maybe we'll build a team with him. Alright, one more. One more, and then we'll do power rankings. Alright, Hawlucha I hear is funny. Oh, Glaceon the Dozy again. We got another Dozy. We got another title. Phony Poltegeist. And then anything in interesting Pokeballs. That's Simeon in a great ball. And Mr. Rhyme the Dozy again. They love Dozy Pokemon. Alright, I think this is just Hawlucha, and I'm not actually interested in Mega Hawlucha. Alright, let's run it one more time. Why not? I love clicking it. Oh wait, we are trying to get a Dark type. So we use our Dark type Infinity ticket and we'll get nothing. We'll get an Umbreon, we'll get a Pangoro, a Samurott. We don't have Glimora, so I think Glimora is coming to the team on a permanent contract. And that'll be all. That'll be all. Which is too bad. We needed more out of that. We needed more out of that. I needed a Meowscarada. Or a Delphox. But we got neither. We got neither. So we're adding to the wish list, the Pokemon home wish list, Delphox and Meowscarada. Alright, and with that, I'm going to switch off. And we're going to do some power rankings. Oops. That's definitely the wrong one. Okay. Alright, let's do some power rankings. So I've got to pull up a tier list maker, huh? Alright. I'm going to use the bathroom, and then we'll be right back. Alright. And I should probably start recording, too. Alright. Pokemon Champions, tier list maker. We'll go Reg MA. I'd rather rank the Megas. Megas. No, that's everything. I mean, we can do everything, but Pokemon Champions tier list maker. Oh, Pokemon Champions Mega tier list. This'll do. This'll do. This'll do. All right. Hopefully this is good. Let's see. I mean, it looks good to me. Maybe we'll stretch it to the screen. Transform. I guess we can't transform anymore. Maybe because we're in the middle of a video. It doesn't want to mess with the resolution. All right, whatever. Well, no, because I want it to be full screen, so hold on. It was definitely working before. There we go. Whatever happened to stretching it? Maybe if we just... Hmm. It likes being there. Are we cool with the two? I guess we have to be cool with the two bars there. All right, so first we have to make our tier lists. So I was thinking making this one like, the best. Of course, this is the best, right? But this one I want to say is like, because I'm thinking about the criteria. And in my head, I had like a sort of an advanced equation, right? Where we have, you know, these are the ones that are going to get the most play, right? That are the most splashable, and on the team comps they're on, they're the most like, they're very effective, and the comps they enable are really effective, right? So that's kind of the idea. So this is going to be like the teams that are the Pokemon that enable the teams, or the teams that enable it that are like the strongest, right? And it's the strongest on those teams, because like I don't know if Meganium is the strongest sand mega, right? But like it might be. Maybe you could put it on Rain too. I don't know if it's the strongest Rain mega either. And then Rain's not that good. I don't know. Maybe we should just. So this is gonna be best in show. This is gonna be like, effectiveness. Yes, let's rank them in terms of effectiveness. That's good. So this is going to be, you know, highly effective. I like that. Highly effective. Highly effective. And this one's going to be strong. And this one's going to be effective. This one is going to be not very effective. No, no, no. That's safe for D. D is going to be not very effective. We'll call this super effective. Of course, super effective. But now you're losing the idea of effective, right? We'll keep it. We'll keep it strong, moderately effective. There we go. That's how we do it. Now, generally strong, usually strong. There we go. We'll do it based on board states. We'll do it based on board states. Generally strong, or no, we'll call this generally pretty strong. There we go. We'll call this difficult, but can be very strong. No, no. Can be weak, can be strong. Generally pretty strong. Can be weak, can be strong. Usually Difficult bring. I like that. Usually a difficult bring. This one is throwing. This is throwing. I don't like being like the rest and calling it throwing though. So we'll call this not competitive. Not competitive. Call this not viable actually. Not viable. Simply put, it's not viable. So we have super effective, generally pretty strong. Mm, can be weak, can be strong. I'm not into that. I'm not into that. We'll just go generally effective. Nah, generally. We'll go competes amongst their peers. There we go. I like this. Competes amongst their peers. I think that says, that says you bring it and it competes. No, no, we'll call it competes when you bring it. There we go. All right. So we're gonna go down the list. Obviously, we'll do one for. Nah, we'll just ignore the fact that there are a bunch of Mons here. We'll skip over Mega Absol Z, for instance. Go straight into calling Mega Absol not viable, and I don't think it's I don't think you have a question as to why. Mega Absol is it has magic bounce, so it can't be, I don't know, Thunder Wave, taunted. That's about it for what people are gonna want to do to it. It can't be wisped, I guess. Um, it's got a pretty decently high attack, but not really a great move pool to show for it. It's decently fast, but not fast enough to make up for its shortcomings. Plus, it has really bad utility, so there's nothing going for Mega Absol. Um, Now we're gonna go to Mega Aerodactyl, and I don't know where to put this one. I don't know where to put this one because honest to God, have not played. I've played maybe one Mega Aerodactyl so far. I haven't seen what he's been doing in the tournaments. Um, I'm just looking at him as a Mon here. We'll put him in generally pretty strong for now because I hear he's been doing good. But what is this Mon on? So it's got Tough Claws, right? And then, I mean, he's got decent bulk with 80, 85, and 95. And obviously incredible speed at 150. He's the fastest Mon in the format. With Tailwind is good. And then he's got a good offensive move pool and 135 attack. But what's he taking advantage of with Tough Claws? I mean, he's got dual wing beat. I feel like you'd have to run like dual wing beat on him. Decent utility with taunt and rock slide. Is this really what you want to spend your mega on? Like, I mean, is activating, I don't know, Garchomp that important for your game plan that every game plan you're gonna just have rip a Mega Aerodactyl? What if they have Whimsicott? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna put Aerodactyl here, and that'll be enough for me. I mean, maybe Ruby could chime in and disagree, but for now, I'm not feeling Aerodactyl and being generally pretty strong. I feel like he's probably generally pretty strong. But honestly, that's the thing. I feel like he is usually a difficult bring too. Definitely not super effective. Don't clip that. Um, I will say Altaria is usually a difficult bring. I think Altaria can come to some games. It gets Cloud 9 as its regular ability, so there are times where it can come non-mega to support a dual mega team. But also, Altaria alone, it's not really hitting too hard with Pixelate. I mean, it gets Double Edge, I believe, and Hyper Voice, so it gets the Salamence idea where you can run mixed. It gets pretty good coverage too. It gets Tailwind of its own. So I mean, Dragon Fairy, I don't know how good that is as defense. I mean, obviously Dragon has some amazing resistances, and so does Fairy. So I'd imagine Dragon Fairy in practice would be pretty good. We never see the type combination, so no, this is really good in like Ensign, and plus it can hyper voice on Ensign, and not like get intimidated and have it ruined by double edge. Does Spawn get like, I don't know, Calm Mind? No. Does it get Nasty Plot? No. It gets Cotton Guard. That's interesting. Perish is kind of interesting. Weather Ball is kind of interesting. Will-O-Wisp. But yeah, not much going for this mon. But I do think it has its. Oops, this is the wrong one. I do think it has its niches. So I'll put it in usually a difficult brain. Next is Mega Ampharos. And I mean, we have a pretty small roster. We do have a pretty small roster, but I think Mega Ampharos is just generally a pretty difficult bring. I don't know if he's even viable, but I'm gonna put him in usually a difficult bring. Did they throw my Mana Bone this time around? And did they give him Tail Glow? We still have not given this Mon Tail Glow. So I don't know what that. I mean, it has a really high special attack. But and also there aren't like there isn't Specs or Life Orb. I mean, you could run Magnet to reach damage numbers this high, but Ampharos is hitting really hard for what it is. Um, I still think it's just a difficult bring, and it's a little harder than Altaria, I'd say, because Altaria can just Hyper Voice, Tailwind. I'm not sure what Mega Ampharos is doing besides just trying to get into Trick Room and Sweep. Mega Banette. Mega Banette. Who's Mega Banette? Show yourself. Another mon that you do not see on the ladder that, well, I mean, is Mega Banette even legal? Hold on. Yeah, Mega Banette's here. Mega Banette, it gets Frisk, so you can Frisk and then, you can tell there's held items on the turn before you Mega, but then you're gonna Mega and you have Prankster Will-O-Wisp. Um, you do have Prankster Disable and Prankster Encore, so you have both of that. You have Hex, but I think your special attack is. I mean, the thing is you really don't have very many physical attacks to deal to I don't even know if Poltergeist um works if their item is a Megastone. I imagine it does. It's just knockoff that doesn't work, right? It has a strong attack stat, but it's really not able to attack too often because it's slow, so it wants to be faster, so it clicks its status moves so it can utilize that prankster. So it's not even attacking all that often. And when it does, it's not enough to make up for who he is. So I think Mega Banette probably a little better than Ampharos, but we're talking about them a little too much. Mega Beedrill, I don't know when you'd use this bond. How fast is Mega Beedrill? How fast is Mega Beedrill? It's 145 speed, and it has adaptability, and it's really strong, but it's not picking up one-shots. Maybe with Farigiraf, like a Farigiraf helping hand. You know what? Let's go into the damage calc. Let's go into the damage calc, and let's calc this out. Oh, wait, no. Beedrill, but, give it 150 attack and adaptability. Oh, and give it Poison Jab and U-turn. And then I don't know what else you'd run on it. Maybe it gets Tailwind. If this one gets Tailwind, I want you guys to stop talking about it because it's there if it gets Tailwind. No, it does get Lunge, which is interesting. It does get Lunge, and it gets Drill Run. Yeah, that's about it. So it can Drill Run. I mean, yeah, we're picking up the hell out of Obamas now. Yeah, Bombasno gets crushed. That's a Snowmon. That's a Snowmon. Let's see how we do against, let's say, like Charizard, right? Because I don't know if Mega Ven or if regular Venusaur even outspeeds, with 145 base speed, right? And then we put 32 in here. Oh yeah, Mega Venu is outspeeding. We're so cooked. Yeah, Mega Venu outspeeds everything. But like, all right. Let's look at Charizard. It's hard to look at sets. Let's look at Incineroar. Let's look at Incineroar. We are -1 with a helping hand boost, and maybe we're not -1. Okay, see, like, if we pair it with Farigiraf, and we're asking for a lot here, but if we pair it with Farigiraf, I think Beedrill could be good. I think Beedrill could be good, so we're gonna put it in usually a difficult bring, and I think it's probably better than these two. It might even be better than Altaria. I don't know. Let's get back into mons that are good. I think Megavino is the definition of competes when you bring it. I mean, with thick fat to take away two of its weaknesses, and then leech seed sets, it can sleep powder set, but I think the leech seed set is better, and it just sticks around on the field for a long time, chips away at you. It's got pretty decent, like grass poison is not that bad offensively. And it has a pretty strong special attack stat just natively, so it chips really hard with its stabs. And then like Sludge Bomb can poison you, and Giga Drain heals it, and Leech Seed is chipping you, and you got poison from Sludge Bomb, and yeah, and also like its defensive profile is really synergistic with other defensive Pokemon. So Mega Venu is a really good bring, I think, and it definitely competes when you bring it. It's vying for generally pretty strong, but I think it's going to need to prove itself first. Um, I'm not going to lie, we have not seen Chestnut. We haven't seen Chestnut. I'm just going to say it's usually a difficult bring, but I mean, it gets body press, right? That body press has got to hurt. Grass fighting is like kind of unfortunate. I mean, it gets body press, right? So you could probably do the same thing with Chestnut as you do with Venu. It'll be a little less effective, but you do have bulletproof, which makes you completely immune to Gengar, by the way, but you're still getting Willowed or Perish Songed. Like you're still super weak to its utility. But I think Chestnut is probably worth a shout. I think Chestnut's probably the best out of this usually difficult bring sort of tier that we're building of mons that don't really exist. All right, let's see. So Mega Camerupt is definitely a competes with you bring it when you bring it type mon. You get this mon under a Trick Room, and it's definitely a huge threat with spamming eruptions, heat waves, fire blast, earth power. Um, yeah, Mega Camerupt's a really strong Trick Room sweeper. I want to keep it moving, so it has good offensive coverage, really good offensive coverage. It's basically Torkoal. This is basically Torkoal. If you're coming from Scarlet Violet, this is Torkoal. Let's see. Mega Denancy is not legal, but Mega Dragonite is another competes when you bring it mon, and it's probably going here. Because the thing is Mega Dragonite, I don't think it's a good Mega on its own. I think it's a good Mega, A, if you're just getting started and you need a Mega on your team. It's a pretty solid Mega to give you. It's not one of these. And then B, it's if you have a Dragonite already and you're not bringing another Mega to a game, your Dragonite could just hold the Mega Stone. It's not missing its item too much. Sometimes it'll miss like a Lumberry or a White Herb, but other than that, like Mega Dragonite, it's just a stat boost for your Dragonite if that's what you want in a game. Okay, now we're on to Mega Tyranitar. Mega Tyranitar, I don't want to put it in generally pretty strong because I think Mega Tyranitar is weaker than regular Tyranitar. So, but yeah, no, Mega Tyranitar is going here. It's the same situation with Mega Tyranitar as it is for Dragonite, in my opinion. It shouldn't be your number one Mega on your team. If you have a Mega Tyranitar, it's because you figure that it doesn't need like a Chople or a White Herb or like like that. You're figuring that the team can support a Megatar, in addition to your other Mega. So that's why you have a Megatar on your team. Otherwise, Scarf, Chople, Lum, Citrus, a White Herb are all better items for it than Tyranitar, but Mega Tyranitar still has a lot of base stats. It's still just a strong Pokemon, like if you pit Mega Tyranitar against this, I mean, Mega T-Tar is coming out on top. This, Mega T-Tar is coming out on top. This probably Mega T-Tar. This, Mega T-Tar is really like strong in a vacuum. It's just like, there's an opportunity cost using it. And also in a double battle, it really struggles because there's often something on the field that hits it super effectively. Often. All right. Let's see. Mega Delphox is legal, and I think Mega Delphox is probably, I want to say he's generally pretty strong. Um, I think, oh, I hope I'm recording. I wasn't recording the whole time. I'll just have to grab that from the stream. Too bad. I think Mega Delphox belongs in generally pretty strong. Um, it could go under super effective. Is it always an effective bring though? I'm usually scared to play against it. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so it might just be a super effective bring. Yeah, I think if I want to load up super effective tier, then I'll do that. And is Delphox generally pretty strong? He is. He's generally really strong. I'm gonna put Delphox in super effective. It got a really nice buff. It has a lot of, so it has 134 speed, which is a great speed tier, especially with all the utility moves it gets. I mean, it's faster than Mega Gengar. It gets, like Nasty Plot, Encore, Will-O-Wisp, Substitute. So many great things for a Psychic type to overcome its weaknesses with its utility. So that's great. A great thing about it. It's also got a really strong special attack, and Levitate too is really helping it out because it can work in sand. You can EQ next to it. It can work in next to a Garchomp, and it can also switch in. So it's really good into those Sun teams because those Sun teams are trying to spam Fire, Ground, and Fairy, and that's just not gonna, like, Delphox was just all of that. Mega Delphox. So Mega Delphox has really like fire type with Levitate showing off how good it is defensively. The Psychic type hurts it. I'm not gonna lie, Psychic type kind of hurts it. It gives it some benefits like against, Gengar. Psyshock is good into Floette, but like getting one shot by Kingambit kind of sucks. So, you know, I think Mega Delphox is good. I think it's very good. It's the top of the tier list so far. All right, and now we're on to Mega Emboar. I'm lazy. I'm just gonna put it not viable. I don't know why you'd use that mon. It really has nothing to offer that any other mon doesn't. That's all I have to say about it, really. Mega Floette. Everybody would hate me if I didn't put it in super effective. Um, Now, Mega Fluette generally has teams that support it better, okay, than something like Megadel Fox does. Mega Fluette generally has teams that support it a little better. So, as a team as a whole, I don't know if they're as good. I mean, they get, well, I shouldn't say that. They have Garchomp, Incin, Sneasler, so very standard teams to support Mega Fluette, and that kind of bumps it up a little bit for me. But, and obviously, I should probably be talking about the pros first. I just went straight into the cons thinking about why I would put it below Delphox. But let's talk about the pros of Floette first. I mean, it hits incredibly hard with its stab fairy moves, and that's all you run on this mon. With Fairy Aura just giving an innate 30% boost, maybe even stronger. Yes, I think it's 33% boost to fairy moves. And then also, just having Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam, and Light of Ruin as your attacks. I mean, those are all three great attacks. Dazzling Gleam is 100% accurate spread. With that Fairy Aura, you get to +1 and you're probably two-shotting the whole field, right? Light of Ruin doesn't even need a stat boost. It's like a Ursaluna Blood Moon is what I saw on Twitter. It's like an Ursaluna Blood Moon right there with Light of Ruin. Of course, you're sacking half of your HP, so maybe not the best idea to run that all the time. But 3 attacks Floette could work with Light of Ruin. And then Moonblast, of course, is just a great stat move. I mean, this mon hits, its stats are literally amazing. You could invest a lot into its physical defense too, because its special stats are just incredible. Legendary Pokemon for sure. Yeah, it definitely belongs at the top of super effective, and I think that's where it will stay. I don't know if Glalie here, but we're gonna forget about him if he is. I think Glalie is here. Where's Glalie? Yeah, Glalie is here, so let's talk about him. Um, it has terrible stats. It's probably better than Absol still. Yeah, there's nothing more to say about it. I should make a fight out of these guys. All right, Frostlass is a mon I don't know. I don't know this man at all. Who is this man, Frostlass? I'm gonna put him in generally pretty strong. I mean, he sets hail. What are his stats? Frostlass stats. Yeah, so it's still physically frail. Snow Warning's helping out a little bit, but it's just about like an Alolan Ninetales. I mean, what I'm saying is a faster, stronger Alolan Ninetales with, different typing. I won't say better. I won't say worse. It's different. Now the speeds here is helping it a lot, a lot. Getting 120 speed, it was huge for this mon. And then, that's about it. And then getting Snow Warning as well. Yeah, I'm gonna say this mon is generally pretty strong. I mean, it's definitely gonna dictate the pace of the game being on the field. Um, I don't know if it's the same kind of impact that the rest above it are having. Okay, next is Mega Gallade, and I have not seen this mon, okay, but looking at it from a glance, I want to put it at the bottom of competes when you break it and bring it. All right, we need to talk about Mega Gallade because I have not seen this mon yet. So first off, I would run a justified Gallade, regular Gallade, to get the +1 to its speed or its attack if it gets hit by a dark type move. You could even run like justified beat up stats with this mon. Literally, you could go Mega Gallade. 110 speed is not a great speed tier anymore. I won't lie. It needs Tailwind support. But once it gets it, it has 165 attack, right? And it's firing off close combats like no tomorrow. With inner focus, it's impossible to stop. I mean, it doesn't really have great coverage for beating like Sinistcha. I guess you could run knockoff to take off that Lumberry and then hit it with the spread move maybe, or that Citrus Berry and hit it with a spread move. But I think Mega Glade with these stats, these are amazing stats. Well, the speed could be nicer, and maybe it loses special defense or something. I don't know, but like this is an amazing kit here. Inner focus close combat is always amazing, and it's decently fast. It's actually slower than I thought it was. I thought it was like 115. Seeing this one on 110 is kind of unfortunate. So we're gonna go ahead and yeah, bottom of competes when you brink it. It might be usually a difficult bring, but I have a feeling that Mega Glade's gonna have impact every game that it gets brought. Mega Gyarados. This is a man I don't know. I don't know Mega. I mean, I know him from the past, but even then, he wasn't very. He was not very common. I want to say he's usually a difficult bring. I feel like your Gyarados is better in his native state. In his native state, but it'll be the best of it. It'll be the best of being usually a difficult bring because I feel like you want to put an item on your Gyarados, and it's just not 2014 anymore. You know, I don't know what Mega Gyarados is doing besides Dragon Dancing and EQing Rotom Washes. There aren't very many unaware Pokemon. There's not very many Water Absorb. So yeah, I don't think Mold Breaker is doing anything for him. Water Dark is worse typing than Water Flying. So yeah, I feel like regular Gyarados is a better Mon than Mega Gyarados. If you're gonna Dragon Dance, Waterfall Crunch, I mean, dark typing is really good. So maybe that brings it up just because dark typing is pretty good. Like Dark Water, defensively not that great. It's defensively it's a ground downgrade, but offensively I think it has potential. I mean, it wipes out I mean, this guy, it's waterfalls are doing a decent chunk, but it's probably just getting moonblasted. But it's wiping out this. I mean, this could freeze dry it. It's finally wiping out T-Tar. So I'm gonna say it competes when you bring it, and it's probably around there with. It's probably a little better than Camera Up, to be real. To be real with you, it's still a great mon. I think it's just outclassed by Gyarados. So it's like, why would you mega your Gyarados? Why not just bring out Gyarados? You know what? I'm seeing that like Gyarados and Gengar kind of have very similar faces. They're giving me very similar vibes. And I think Gengar is definitely a pacemaker in this meta. And I think Gengar is probably it's rather frail, but I think having Shadow Tag is a little better than Levitate. So we're gonna put Gengar here. Obviously, Gengar is a very hard, difficult mon to I think bring and use. Um, but Perish Trap is really strong. Or not Perish Trap, but Perish Trap is very strong once you can navigate it and build a really good Perish team. Um, and then you just know your lines really well with Perish Song. That's a really strong strat. But I think as an offensive mon, Mega Gengar is just really good. It's really good next to a fighting type. It traps and one shots like Floette, right? You can't switch in your dark type to sucker punch it when it comes in because it's just going to, it was shadow tagging, so you can't switch anything in. So shadow tag's great for just, locking the board state and pairing it with another offensive mon and just outputting damage and killing something. And I'm thinking about trying Sludge Wave Assurance out. I think that's an interesting bit. And that used to be a bit in the Dynamax Age. We'll see. We'll see. Moving on. I don't think Mega Sceptile is existing. Mega Charizard, I think the meta is really hostile for it. So I think it's going to be generally a pretty difficult bring. It's going to be at the top of it because it's definitely Flare Blitzing something, right? And it's definitely Flare Blitzing something for sure. It's never setting up. I mean, it can set up Dragon Dance and Flare Blitz, but if you let this guy get up Dragon Dance, you deserve to lose. Like, if you don't chip it enough to where Flare Blitz is killing himself, you know, I don't know. I feel like Charizard Y, which we're about to talk about now, I feel like Charizard Y is a much better bring than Charizard X generally. The Dragon typing, being weak now to ground, is really not helping it. It doesn't gain much from the Dragon typing other than like a water neutrality, which it's not exactly bulky enough to make use of anyways. Because the strongest water moves are like Wave Crash from Basculegion, and you're not even setting Sun for yourself. So let's talk about Charizard. This is going to be a tough one to rank. I want to put Charizard here. Yeah, I want to put Charizard here. It's really threatening. It really puts on so much pressure with its heat waves. Now, the problem is you have to win the weather war, right? But this is super effective. So this is assuming that the Charizard team has the tools to beat the opposing weather and still enable the Charizard, which a lot of Charizard teams do. So even though Charizard may not come to those matchups, it really still dictates how that matchup is going to play because if you leave Charizard weak mons on the board with Charizard on the field, you're going to have a bad time. So Charizard is really hard to switch into. Um, yeah, I think this is appropriate. Damn, my tier list looks just like everybody else at the top, though. That's unfortunate. Golurk, Mega Golurk. I don't know this man. I don't know this man. I'm going to say he's usually a difficult bring, and I'm just going to take a guess and put him right about here. I think this is about where Golurk lives. No spread moves really, or at least the spread moves don't take advantage of no or Unseen Fist, right? And then other than that, his stats are just okay. Mega Greninja, I feel like you could get more out of your Greninja pre-Mega. Now, the speed is really nice for this Mon, so I want to put it into the top of being a usually difficult bring. I think Greninja is, well, being forced to Protean is kind of tough for it because it wants to switch in and out, and I don't know if you want to do that with your Mega, 142 speed like that. It can't really come in and out. Like something has to switch in, die for it, and then it comes back in. So that's what makes it usually a difficult bring, and probably worse than Charizard. Probably worse than Chestnut, to be honest. Yeah, I'd say it's probably right about there. If not, like worse than Beedrill tier. Which does Beedrill kill King Gambit? Oh well, that's at +1. Okay, so Helping Hand U-turn is definitely chunking the King Gambit, but it's not killing, but it's chunking it for a whole lot, and then you bring in like an EQ Mon with Scarf, like a Scarf Chomp. You bring in Scarf Chomp. But you are getting... No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Scarf Chomp's good. Oh, but you can't EQ your own Farigiraf. I don't know how this Farigiraf Beedrill team is shaping up right now, I'm not gonna lie. I like it though. I'm liking Farigiraf Beedrill. I think that's worth talking about. Did I skip over anyone? All right, we're gonna move on. Gardevoir, I think it just competes when you bring it. I don't think it's generally pretty strong. I think Gardevoir is not always a great bring. I mean, it always feels good to bring actually, but it's hard to position it because there's so many physical attackers or monsters that just blow it up. Like, yeah, Charizard's not a physical attacker, but it's blowing it up. You know, Floette's blowing it up. Um, this mon right here is blowing up. This mon's not blowing it up. Frostlass isn't blowing up Gardevoir Mega, but Aerodactyl's blowing it up. Floette's blowing it up. Charizard's blowing it up. Gengar's blowing it up. Right? T-Tar is blowing it up. So it's a middle speed tier. It's a good speed tier actually. 100 speed is about where it's supposed to exist. It can operate in both Tailwind and Trek Room. It's got Pixelate Hyper Voice, so it has a really strong Fairy Spread move, and it's actually a really strong Fairy Spread move to the point where you could probably argue for its viability for being generally pretty strong, but it's hard to get onto the board. All right, we'll put it in generally pretty strong and caveat it that it's kind of hard to get onto the board sometimes. And then sometimes it doesn't really hold its weight on the board either. All right, we're going to go to Mega Scovillain. This mon is not viable, but at least it has spicy syrup or whatever that is. It's got some ability that is interesting, so we'll put it at the top of not viable. Houndoom, is Houndoom even here? Does Houndoom exist? I think Houndoom exists, and if Houndoom exists, he's going. Finally, we have someone to replace Mega Absol. Actually, Mega Glalie goes at the bottom here. Who are we kidding? All that mon does is do an ice type explosion. My throat's starting to hurt. I've been talking for a long time. I might have to take a break. Holy, people do this all day. People do this all day happily. All right, we're gonna move on to Mega Feraligatr, and I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of hype when this mon was first announced. I don't know where all that hype went, but I haven't seen this mon anywhere, and that's frustrating because I don't know where to rank it. I don't know where to rank Mega Feraligatr. I think we actually have to cut here just because I don't know where to rank Mega Feraligatr. Should I just leave it off if I don't know what I'm talking about? No, no. Everybody talks about things when they don't know what they're talking about. I think if people actually use this mon, it'd probably be competing with the best. Like, I think this mon would be generally pretty strong. Let's take a look at it. Like, Dragon Eyes isn't a great ability, I won't lie. Dragon Eyes is not the best ability, which it doesn't even tell us what Dragon Eyes does, but it's a 30% boost to your dragon or to your normal attacks, and they are dragon type now. With 160 attack, dude, that is a strong dragon move. I mean, let's run some calcs with this for Alligator. First off, have they put Dragon Eyes into the builder? They have. Okay, sweet. So for Alligator, Dragon Eyes. Dragon type. And then what? This is 160 attack. Okay. And what's 32? All right, yeah. So you'd probably run 210, adamant, and that's hitting 231 base attack or attack stat, by the way. And you're hitting with double edge and wave crash. And you could run Aqua Jet. You could run Dragon Dance. I don't think Dragon Dance is very good. But think of this mon as just like a bulky breaker. I mean, look at that. Oh, well, that's helping hand. But yeah, you're two-shotting full HP King Gambit. What are you doing to Sneasler? I mean, Sneasler, you're destroying 10 times over. What are you doing to Incineroar? Like, you're double edge. Look, first off, you're one shot. Well, definitely they're putting 2 HP. You're dealing a significant, almost one-shot damage to Incineroar on the switch in. Now, he's slow. The problems with him is he's slow, okay? And he deals his own HP in recoil. So that is definitely a hard knock against him. Because otherwise, this mon would be, like, tearing up the tier, I'd imagine. If it just got, like, return and a water-type return, it would be crazy. But unfortunately, its moves deal a bunch of recoil. He has a decent HP to back it up, but not great defenses and kind of slow. So we're gonna drop this mon down to. I feel like this mon is probably resting right around here. We'll put Mega for Alligator here, although I think it's probably just a usually difficult bring. To be real with you, it's probably worse than Chestnut. Too bad. I hate to see my boy fall so far. We were so excited for him. Alright, Mega Kangaskhan, one of my favorite OG Megas, and he's generally pretty strong. I think he's stronger than Aerodactyl, to be real. I think this mon is getting slept on a lot. I made this whole video. I'm making this whole video, this whole stream, just to talk about Mega Kangaskhan and how Mega Kangaskhan is it has this it's dealing 30% of your HP with Fake Out in most cases. With two great pre-mega abilities in Scrappy and Inner Focus, both blocking Intimidate, both coming in useful. Like Scrappy, you can hit Ghost types with Fake Out, and Inner Focus, you can tank a Fake Out and Fake Out again. It locks up board states. Inner Focus does. Scrappy locks up fewer board states, I say, but it's still pretty decent. Okay. Meanwhile, Double Edge is taking out, like, let's see, what Mons get one shot by Double Edge? This Mon gets one shot by Double Edge. This Mon, these two Mons are weak to Sucker. This Mon's immune, but this gets one shot by Double Edge. It's probably getting killed by Sucker plus Little Chip. This Mon is literally taking like 70% from Double Edge, just about. This Mon's immune. See, that's the problem, is this Mon really struggles with Ghost types. I mean, Sucker is good priority, and I mean, you wouldn't run Crunch because you want the priority that comes from Sucker. Um, but Sucker is reliant on them clicking an attack. It's also 70 base power makes it a little weak. All the nerfs to Sucker has made it so that King really does struggle into Ghost types. It really does struggle into Frostlass, but it's one-shotting Gardevoir, most Venusaurs, low kicks killing T-Tar, multi-scale kind of screws it up versus D-Knight, right? Like, and then, low kick is chunking Gyarados, Double Edge is chunking Camerupt, it's killing Gallade. Like, if you can get it into position, right, and it has 100 base speed, good bulk, it's one-shotting a lot of these megas, doing significant damage to the other ones. It's got the bulk. It's, bulky enough with a normal typing to where that's not a bad typing for it. I love Mega Kangaskhan. I think it's a little hard to build the team right now for it, just because it is a normal type, so you kind of have to have a good team, good bulky team around it that provides a lot of hindrance to the enemy and a lot of offense to complement the Kangaskhan. But once we figure that out, it's going to be very, very strong, and it'll probably end up in this top tier. All right, Mega Garchomp, usually a pretty difficult bring. I'd say it's probably right around here. I mean, I don't know why you use Mega Garchomp over regular Garchomp. It's slower, and that's it. I mean, regular Garchomp can outspeed so much with no choice scarf. Meanwhile, this monk can't even hold a choice scarf. Never mind a soft sand or a white herb. Both are lesser than Garchompite, I'd say. But like you get the gist. Like, you don't need to waste your mega evolution giving Garchomp more attack and ruining its ability too. Rough Skin's a better ability than Sandforce most of the time. I guess there's a lot of sand going around, so sometimes you can get something out of Sandforce. But those times will be rare. Crabominable, I don't know him. I've been hearing about him though. I don't know him, so I'm not going to speak to him, but I'll talk about him for a moment. He's slow, Trick Room on with a ability that boosts its punching moves. Claw, Crabominable, that's his name. And Hyper Cutter, so he doesn't get his attack dropped on switch in, but he's still, he's decently bulky now, and he's really slow, so he's great for that. But other than that, Crabominable doesn't offer much for your team, for your Trick Room team, I'd say. Like, Abomasnow might offer more. Mega Slowbro is usually a difficult bring, but I'm putting him at the top, okay? Because Mega Slowbro is so hard to remove from the field. Granted, it also sucks at forcing anything out. It's just calm minding, slacking off, and scalding, and hoping to make progress at some point. Mega Lucario is pretty good. I'd say Mega Lucario really competes when you bring it, and I'd probably put it right around here. It's fast, adaptability is giving it a ton of damage on its close combats, which is really good here. It gets Meteor Mash or Flash Cannon. Like you could run mixed, you can run special, you can run physical. They're not sure how to handle your Mega Lucario. It can also run Inner Focus, so on a fake out turn, you can just stay small and get some value there out of your regular Lucario. Never mind, that's immune to Intimidate. So it's a good Mega. It's really hard to team build around though. Kind of have to run like Tailwind Hyper Offense when you bring this mon. I mean, maybe you could put it on balance and just get into positions where it can trade with a mon, like it can force a KO, and then it has some kind of offensive support. But I think your positions with that kind of game plan are going to be few and far between. All right, now we have Glamora, Mega Glamora. I want to put it right here. I'd say it's generally pretty strong. It might be the best of the generally pretty strongs. It might be right above Frostlass. It might even be in super effective, but I think Glamora is like the Poison Rock special attacker. We saw it with Lego, and we're seeing it again, and especially now with this adaptability Glamora that's just hitting so hard with not strong base power, power gem, and also Sludge Bomb, which is pretty decent. And it's just, I mean, I don't even know the Glamora calcs. I just know that like Mega Glamora in theory is hitting like a truck. I mean, we looked at the Mega Beedrill calcs. Glamora is immune to Intimidate. 101 speed is done on purpose to outspeed stuff like Kangaskhan, Gardevoir, and Charizard. And then it's got Power Gem and Sludge Bomb with adaptability. Let's see, it gets 150, so let's look at Glim with 150 special attack, which isn't that much of a difference. Well, actually, it's a pretty good difference from 130, but if we're talking about Glamora, I mean, it was already two-shotting things, but if you give it adaptability, oh my gosh, I cannot type adaptability, right? And it has to be timid. Power Gem, Sludge Bomb. First off, Power Gem is just destroying Incineroar. Literally, Incineroar gets destroyed by this. But we're doing bad into Sneasler and King Gambit. Like we're doing especially bad into most steals. Most weather we're not doing too great in. Into what up, Venu? Yeah, we're not picking up a one shot on Venu. So like I said, it's pretty good into the mega field, but other than that, it kind of suffers. So I'd say it's probably right below Mega Frostlass in the general because it's not a pace setter. Pace setter, I'd say its teammates are the pace setters, and it takes advantage of that, and it takes good advantage of it. But like Charizard probably takes a little more. You know, Kangaskhan probably takes a little more. Let's see. I think in a good position though, this mon will sweep. This mon will clean up and sweep in a good position. Who else do we have? Um. Mega Metacham. This mon's not real. I'm gonna put it into usually a difficult bring at the bottom. I think that makes sense for it. Because I mean, if it ever gets to attack, it's hitting really hard. But it's 100 base speed, which is not great for how frail it is. It's super frail. It has single target attacks, and yeah, fighting psychic is not great. Let's see, Mega Meganium. Mega Meganium, I'd say, is usually a difficult bring. I'd say it's probably at the top of that. Yeah, I'd say it's usually a difficult bring. We laddered with Mega Meganium earlier, and we just saw how difficult the bring it could be. And we were on a team that really supported Mega Meganium. So, um, yeah, it really struggles to switch into things, to be real. Like pre-Mega, it struggles to switch in. And then it can struggle being an 80 base speed mon with such rough defensive typing. The offensive capacity of this mon is great. It's amazing. The offensive capacity of this mon is amazing. But I think it's just, with a grass fire coverage, really strong grass fire coverage, because it's weather balls is a fire type move that gets boosted even further because it pretends to be sunny, right? And then solar beam is a really strong stab, so it's absolutely destroying with those two moves, plus dazzling gleam for coverage, right? Um, but I'm just not seeing it as far as um, it's a decent speed tier for knocking out some of the steals, I suppose. If it can one shot King Gambit, I'll move it up a tier. Let's see. So Mega Meganium has 143 special attack. And we'll go modest. 252. Weather Ball in the sun. Yeah, it's wrecking it. It's absolutely wrecking it. But here's the thing: you are also getting wrecked by the Sneasler that's attached. So I'm gonna put it into competes when it's brought, and I think it's pretty strong up here. Um, I'd say it's right around here. It's certainly better than Tar. Gosh, are we gonna put it at the top of being competitive when you bring it? Yeah, yeah, because its offensive capacity is just really good. So that's where we'll put it. But I will say it is usually a difficult bring. And I'm just going to say I'm going to rename this tier to generally a difficult bring. Okay, Mega Rayquaza. How do we feel about this mon? No, I'm kidding. I got bored. I got bored. I'm getting bored. I'm getting bored. And if I'm getting bored, that does not bode well for you. Mega Audino. It's still better than Glalie. Excuse me. It's not a good idea to yawn on your stream. Don't yawn on your stream. Here we go. Mega Chimecho. Mega Chimecho, I'm going to say it's competitive when you bring it, and I think this is a mon that's being slept on a good bit. I'd say it's right below like Camerupt. It's probably right below Mega Glade too. See, Mega Chimecho got a huge buff with Levitate, so Steel Psychic typing is not that bad anymore because Psychic is covering for the fighting weakness of Steel. And then it gets recover. It has a nasty 135 special attack. So you could, I mean, I'm sure this is a good like stored power mon. Let's see, Chimecho Mega, right? Like it gets stored power, Calm Mind, Oh, it does not get Iron Defense. Does it get anything other than Calm Mind, Iron Defense? Because if not, I take that back. It does not get Iron Defense. But it gets Trick Room, T-Wave. It's a really good support mon, I'd say, with decent defensive stats and a nice defensive profile, and recovery. So it's not bad. I'd say it's competitive when it gets brought. I mean, if Mega Chimecho's on the field, it's probably doing something. It's probably not being threatened to be removed this turn, although it could be with all the fire and dark right now. Yeah, look at all these mons destroying Mega Chimecho at the top here. Mega Scarm, it's not a good mon. That's not meaning I'm putting him in not viable. I'll put him in generally a difficult bring to the bottom of being competitive when you bring it, because it is like it's really frail. I mean, Skarmory didn't it just trade everything for speed? Oh, it traded a little bit of physical defense for speed, and then Stalwart is like basically useless. I mean, it'll be useful sometimes. Um, like for frail teams that need redirection. I mean, it'll be great for like a Floette team, right? You could run, well, shoot, I guess you'd run like weak armor so that you could switch on something, get your +2, and then you could Brave Bird. And then a Brave Bird off of 140 attack. Plus, I think it's pretty heavy, so you could heavy slam as well, or just Iron Head. We really wish this mon got Tough Claws or something. Stalwart can lock up a board state if it's, say, like Floette or Kangaskhan plus redirection. It's basically meant to beat redirection, and that's a decent doubles ability, but we didn't want to see Stalwart on this mon. Still, being gold is doing a lot for it, and I'd be looking for this mon in the future, so I'm gonna put it just above Chemeko, I'd say. All right, who's next? Who's next? Pinsir. Pinsir, I'm gonna say this is competitive when brought. I definitely say. And I'd say it's probably right below Chimeco. Pinsir doesn't have his attack dropped when it's a regular Pinsir, so that's great. It's good to intimidate leads. And then it's hitting with a really strong double edge, Mega Pinsir is, because it gets an aerialate double edge off of a base 155 attack. So it's hitting incredibly strong. Like this is like kind of like what we were talking about with Feraligatr about hitting so strong, but now you have 105 speed to talk about it. So you're faster than, all of the base 100s. Um, quick attack Quick attack is probably picking up Whimsicott if I had to guess. Like, let's see, Pinsir at 155 base attack. Oh, wait. Oh, we can just set it to Mega Pinsir. All right, sweet. Versus Whimsicott. We go quick attack with 252 attack. Okay, no, you'd need Adamant to pick off a Whimsicott. And it would also not be Sash, it wouldn't have HP, but you get the idea. Like, Quick Attack is doing a whole lot to that Whimsicott. It's doing a whole lot to their team. And then also you have a double edge. Oh, that's double hit. Wait, that's the anti-Whimsicott tech right there, is double hit. Oh, it doesn't get double edge. Alright, well that's awful for this Mon. The fact that this Mon doesn't get double edge, like, literally tanks it to, I think that tanks it out of viability. I mean, you have Swords Dance quick attack sets that will exist. And I mean, it's probably right around there in that case. They really took double edge. I mean, this one doesn't get return. So the best it can do is body slam, is what you're telling me. The best this mon can do is body slam. What are we doing in body slam? I mean, we're destroying Whimsicott. That's great. What are we doing to Charizard? Um, yeah, what are we doing to Venu? What are we doing to Venusaur? Because that'll dictate things. That'll decide things. I mean, we're one-shotting Venusaur with Body Slam, of course, right? Adamant, we're not killing with Quick Attack. I don't know if we're even killing Charizard Mega Y with Quick Attack. Like at +2, yeah, we're not even killing Charizard Mega Y at Quick Attack at +2. So this one is just absolutely tanked for me. It's still viable, but I think it's really clinging to it. Mega Clefable. I mean, this is a mon that you would just mega if you wanted more stats on your Clefable, and you already were using the Citrus Berry. So, it's viable. It's viable. It has like it's not a terrible mega, but if you're mega evolving your Clefable, I think you're probably either in a really good position or a really bad position. It's yeah, we're gonna put it at generally a difficult bring because, and we're gonna put Medicham at the bottom of not viable, at the top of not viable, of course. But I think this is exactly where Clefable belongs. Generally a difficult bring. It's not helping you out that is mega, really. You do get a nice special attack boost, a really nice special attack boost, actually. So maybe Follow Me is off the table, and now you just need a fairy offensive attacker. You're not EV'd for being a offensive fairy attacker, but I mean now you can get a native 135 special attack to Moonblast with. So that's a reason. It's probably better than Pinsir, generally speaking, to do that. It's probably better than like having a goal lurk to do that. So Mega Clefable probably goes right about there. Meanwhile, I think having a team centered around Mega Altaria is probably better than doing that. Although, honestly, doing that can be really strong. You're just not going to do it very often, is the thing. Like, if doing it consistently, you know? But doing that can be really strong. It can win you a game. It can win you a game. 100% doing that can win you a game. So we'll put it there. Well, I don't know how Garchomp got all the way over here. We'll put Garchomp below that. I think it's much worse to Mega Evolve your Garchomp than it is to Mega Evolve your Clefable. We'll put it that way. Alright, next we have Mega Meowstic. This mon does not exist. We'll put it right on the top of not viable. I don't even want to look at the stats. I just look at it, and I know this mon doesn't exist. It will once Psychic Terrain exists. Actually, I've seen this mon with Psychic Terrain, so I'll put it on Generally Difficult Bring, because it can set Psychic Terrain as a pre-Mega, and then utilize it itself to advantage. So we'll put it, and I think that's probably around as strong as like it's probably about as strong as bringing a Lark. So we'll put it around generally a difficult bring. Hawlucha, uh, I don't know this man. I know it gets entrainment stuff, so maybe it goes around there. Because you can, but I think like having to maybe involve your Garchomp is better than going to a tournament with an entrainment strat locked and loaded. But like you control on ladder with this Mon, and then I mean I don't think it has the stats to really back up being a mega, being your mega. Yeah, it really does not have the stats to back up being your mega. So I'm gonna put it like I'm gonna put it at the top of not viable because the thing that it does isn't viable. The one thing that does is just not worth it. Um, I think Mega Abomasnow is probably at the top of being a difficult bring. I think probably, I mean, I did say Mega Abomasnow is probably better than Crab Brawler. Um, well then we'll make Crab Brawler a worse bring. Easy. The thing about having a Mega Abomasnow team is there's so much weather. There's so much weather, and you have to sweep in 5 turns, and I just don't know if you're going to do that with all the weather around. And there's wide guard too. So Mega Abomasnow, I think it's good in a vacuum, but I don't think this is a good meta for it. And I don't even think it's that good in a vacuum. It's decent in a vacuum, you know? Um, it got it can Woodhammer, Leaf Storm, Blizzard, Ice Shard. So it's got great offensive options. It's got Earth Power now. Like Mega Vaunt must know. I don't think ever was clicking Earth Power, but now it is. So it's got tools. It's a good mon. It's just I don't think it's like it's not competing with these guys up top for a mega slot. I don't know if Mega Pyro is in the game. He might be. If so, he's like not real. Okay, Pyroar is not. Thank goodness, because I didn't want to talk badly about him. Mega Victory Bill is at the top of being not viable. It doesn't have the stats to do what it wants to do, and even then, what it wants to do doesn't even work in VGC. And what it has is Inner Doubt, so it control you by, forcing you to either kill it and die. So it's got like permanent Destiny Bond attached at full HP, or it can Strength Sap you and make your damage output weaker and weaker until you're not even two-shotting it, and then it'll leech seed you or poison you or set T spikes. I don't know. It's a singles mon, and it's probably pretty good there, but it's not good in VGC. Mega Caesar, I think, is better than regular Caesar at least. Um, I think it competes when you bring it, and I think it's here. It's the same thing as Caesar's always done. It's got U-turn. It's got Sword Stance, Bullet Punch. It's got just Bullet Punch. It's got Roost, I think. I think this one got Roost. A decent attack stat, good bulk. Really good physical bulk. Folds to fire types, but other than that, Steel Bug's pretty good typing. Only weak to fire types. It folds to it though. But if you can keep away from heat waves and flare blitzes, you're fine. This is a pretty good mon. Can be intimidated down. Can be kind of slow to get going. Can kind of stagnate on the board. But like I said, it competes when you bring it. Mega Lopunny, I think, is in the same boat. I think you bring Mega Lopunny basically every. Oh, Tyranitar's floating away. Where do we have him? I think we have him right here. I think Mega Lopunny competes in every. I think you bring it to like every game if you have a Mega Lopunny. It's a really fast fake out. I think it's the fastest fake out. and it gets scrappy, so it can fake out ghost types too. So that's really strong. It gets Encore as well. Fighting Stab, which I mean, honestly, I think Mega Kangaskhan basically has fighting stab just like Mega Lopunny. So that's not really going for it, but it does hit like Scrappy Mons too. Or it hits Ghost Mons with Scrappy, so it's a little harder to switch into. It doesn't get cucked by Ghost types like Mega Kangaskhan does. It also doesn't have the same priority as Mega Kangaskhan does. I think it's strong. I think it's probably stronger than Meganium, and it might even be stronger than like Lucario. I think it's right here. Like I think you bring Mega Lopunny to every game you bring, and it's gonna be decent, but you might just not get enough out of it. So maybe yeah. No, this is good. I think I think Mega Meganium's probably better than all of them. I've had a change of heart. I've had a change of heart. I've changed my mind. All right. Moving along the list, we're almost done. I do believe Mega Drampa's in the game, and I don't know what this mon does. I don't know what this mon does. They screwed it over and they didn't give it an ability. They decided to keep its ability. Um, they decided to keep its ability of Berserk, which makes no sense. It should have gone Cloud9. Berserk, it raises a special attack when it's at half of its HP. That would be great, but guess what? You're holding a Mega Stone now, so you don't have Citrus Berry to heal once you're at half HP. Now, it's slow. It's 36 speed, it gets Hyper Voice, and like normal Dragon is kind of really boring, useless typing. Normal's not doing anything for it, other than giving it like Stab Hyper Voice. It's got really middling bulk for who he is. Like you'd think he's bulkier than he is, but he's not. 116, 110 is decent defense, and 78 HP is like an okay HP stat to, back it up. But, this mon doesn't have great stats for being a mega, especially not like a Trick Room Sweeper. Alright, moving on. Who do we have next? Mega Alakazam. This mon is also probably a generally difficult bring. I mean, I don't know what it's doing that Mega Meowstic isn't doing, and vice versa. Other than Mega Meowstic is a lot better in its pre-Mega than Mega Alakazam. What is Mega Meowstic even doing here? Like, hold on. Psychic type, and then Mega. Like, what's the point of using a Meowstic over, say, an Alakazam? I mean, I think it's just because Meowstic can get like competitive boost, and it can also like set Prankster, right? So it's useful before it megas. But other than that, the Mega Meowstic is just kind of the same thing as Mega Alakazam with less stats. So I think you've got to bump. I think they exist in the same tier then in that case, right there. Generally a difficult bring. I mean, they're both dying to sucker. I think Mega Meowstic is probably a little better just because of the prankster. Right now, we're talking about right now. Once we get Psychic Terrain setters, Psychic Surge setters, Mega Alakazam is going to be much better than Mega Meowstic. But right now, Mega Meowstic is probably better. And Mega Alakazam is not far behind. It's not far behind. It might even just be better. Let's see. Who do we have now? Mega Heracross. Mega Heracross is a good mon. Mega Heracross is a great tailwind sweeper. It has great offensive coverage. Pin missile. Everyone's got Focus Sash on their team right now. So having a mon that can kill through Focus Sash like Whimsicott is huge. The defensive typing is kind of bad. Getting one shot by any flying move. Fire moves are really strong into it. Psychic moves are really strong into it. And there's quite a few psychic types cucked by ghost types. So, you know, it's a pretty strong mon once it's in a good board state. And in a vacuum, it's a really strong mon. But into the meta, I don't know. I don't know. I'd say he's probably around here. He's probably a little better than Mega Gallade. Maybe I should bump Skarmory up. Nah, Skarmory is right where he. Yeah, Skarmory wants to be bumped up a little bit. That's where I think we are. But yeah, Mega Heracross, it's bulky. It has a really high attack stat. Is the GOAT. I mean, he looks awesome. Heracross has always been awesome, and they give him an awesome Mega with an awesome ability. But it's slow even for like being a Tailwind Mon, and it's like a little fast for a Trick Room Mon. Like 75 speed is a really awkward speed tier to be in. It would have really liked to have kept the 85 speed that Heracross has. Traded over 10 points of bulk for that. That really hurts it, I'd say. All right, Mega Chandelure. We talked about Mega Shandy. I don't think it's viable. I don't think this mod is viable. It doesn't get the utility. Infiltrator is not great at all. Um, Maybe it's good in singles, but it's sure not good in doubles. It's just not hitting hard enough. It's too frail. It's not fast enough. It tried to be faster and it failed. It tried to hit harder and it failed. And it tried to be bulkier and it's moderately bulkier, but not enough to, here we are. We still have so many Megas to go. I believe Mega Steelix is here. I think Mega Steelix is here. Yep, Steelix Mega is here, and it is hot garbage. Mega Steelix is doing nothing for your team, so we're putting it not viable. I mean, it's doing a little more for your team than some of these guys. I'd put it right here. It does something for the team by being a good physical wall, right? With like a body press, a heavy slam, a really strong heavy slam, right? But the coverage isn't great, and it gets overwhelmed pretty easy. Doesn't really have a whole lot to offer its team. Kind of awkward to team build around, I'd imagine. But what's great is I think it's here actually. I think you can bring it. I think you can bring any mon you want. This format is wide open. You can really bring whatever you want. So we'll put it in bottom not viable. But guys, build around whatever you think looks good, looks fun, because everything's viable. But if you're gonna show up to a tournament, probably bring something up here. I would even say like bring like one of like something up in these two top tiers, which God of War doesn't even belong there. I'd say as far as that criteria goes. All right, let's see who else is legal. Excadrill's legal. Excadrill, how are we feeling about Excadrill? He's fast and Hyperdrill's pretty good, but it's not helping it with like Earthquake, which is its best move. But other than that, Hyperdrill is helping it. The thing is Sand Rush is better on this Mon. This Mon likes to hold an item. I'm into Mega Excadrill. I'd say it competes when you bring it, and I'd say it's probably right around at the bottom of that tier. But Mega Excadrill, it needs a lot of support to function, and it's probably not that good when it's not like in tailwind, pressuring things, forcing things out. If it's not in that position, it's probably not that great. So I'll actually put it probably at the top of generally being a difficult bring because it needs pretty specific conditions to function, I'd say. Otherwise, it's just like, why not use regular Sand Drill or Sand Rush Excadrill? All right, we're almost done. We're almost done. Starmie, Mega Starmie. Now, nobody's really tapped into this mon too much other than rain stuffs and skill swap stuffs. But I'd say this mon is probably probably going to be generally pretty strong. Probably going to be right around here. The best thing about Mega Starmie is that you can run a mixed set with it because huge power is giving so much to your attack stat, and you still have a really strong special attack. So you could run Ice Beam and just like pick off a Garchomp. You could run Psychic on the Mon, and you could run Flip Turn, Aqua Jet, Liquidation, skill swap. You could give You could give huge power to your Garchomp. You could give huge power to your Aerodactyl. You can give huge power to your fast, strong physical sweeper. With I don't know whatever item. White Herb sounds good there. Choice Scarf sounds good there. And then that Mon goes off. But then you're gonna have to probably switch out the Starmie to get your huge power back. Either way, that all sounds really strong. Water Psychic is kind of bad typing, especially for like a sweeper. But I mean, it does take a lot of advantage of having rain. It's too bad that it Basque Legion is probably a stronger Yeah, Basculegion's probably stronger than Mega Starmie. So you know, but Basculegion does need like rain to function. It does need like or if it doesn't have rain, it needs a choice scarf to function. Starmie doesn't need that. Starmie just is good as he is good at the box. So I'm gonna put Starmie in. I think it's harder to argue a niche for Starmie over Basculegion, so I'm gonna put him in competes when you bring it for now. But I think it's at the top of that tier for sure. All right. Mega Aggron is not viable, but it's at the top of it because I think it went 8-0 in a tournament in Swiss. So it's a I mean, I guess I have to put it like above Mega Ampharos if that's going to be the case, and probably above like Pinsir too. This mon is a very potent physical wall. It's a decent special wall too. And then with Heavy Slam, it's doing a lot of damage. With Body Press, it's getting like coverage with that. Um, so it's got, like pretty like it's like Zamazenta, honestly, is the best comparison for this mon. It's basically like a pocket Zamazenta. It's Zamazenta at home, except it's also very slow, very slow. But it has a pretty decent ability in filter that reduces the damage of special or super effective attacks, sorry. So that's what it has going for it. All right, is that all of them? I think we have Pidgeot to go, which is not viable. Pidgeot's not doing anything for you other than super, 100% accurate hurricanes. It at least functions as a Mon, while the rest of these below it do not really. But it's like setting Tailwind, Heat Wave, Hurricane. Maybe it gets like Hyper Voice. I don't know. It's an amazing design. I wish it was better. Hurricane is so cool to click and let it be super 100% accurate outside of rain. Even inside of rain, it's cool, but outside of rain is even cooler. But I think Pidgeot just doesn't have the stats to really compete. I think that's everything that's legal. Oh, Mega Manectric and I think Mega Sharpedo is legal too. We'll put Mega Sharpedo not viable. It's really not worth your time. We'll put it between Pidgeot and Steelix. Um, Blastoise, I think, is probably going to be generally a difficult bring, but I think it's going to be the top of that tier because it does have Shell Smash, Water Spout that really is scary. Um, and I don't know I don't think it's using its Mega Launcher very much, so it's really just Blastoise with more stats, and that's okay. Blastoise needs the more stats unless you're gonna unless you're gonna run Mystic Water Blastoise or White Herb. I mean, you could slap a Mega Stone on it. I don't know. Um, Mega Blastoise is seen use. It can also not run Shell Smash and just run stuff like Fake Out, Water Pulse, Ice Beam, something like that, be a Fake Out user. Support, I don't know. I don't know what it would support with Fake Out is the thing. And then Mega Man Electric. I think we're ending on Mega Man Electric, which is an interesting one to end. I think Mega Man Electric is quite good. I think not only does Mega Man Electric compete when you bring it, I think it excels. I think being able to cycle Intimidate so fast and then having like decent synergy with like I don't know, Gyarados for instance, another Intimidate mod, it can really get out of hand. Um, offensively, it's not very good. It does have some good utility in like Snarl. It has nice access to Snarl. Uh, that's a joke, by the way. But it does have Snarl. It does have like Sunny Day, Rain Dance, Electro Web. I think it has Electro Web. I shouldn't speak on things I don't know for sure. It does not get Electro Web. This mon can't fire off webs. He's a dog. What kind of webs is a dog firing off? I don't want to know. But maybe he's a little worse than Lopunny. Maybe he's a little worse than um, Lucario because of his offensive potency. He's kind of weak. But the stuff this mon enables, it can be really strong to enable some, you know, sweepers in the back or breakers in the back. This mon really helps breakers get onto the field by volt switching, and then something can switch in, maybe on the other slot even, to support that breaker, or the breaker can come in on that slot. Um, or the breaker can lead with the Manectric, and the Manectric can volt switch. That's probably the best way to do it, is the breaker leads with Manectric, and then the Manectric volt switch into some kind of support. And then you can bring the Manectric back in at any time. That's the big, strongest part about Mega Manectric, is you can bring him back in at basically any time. It does suck that one of the mons that it likes, like that Intimidate is the most effective against right now, is a ground type. So that's Garchomp. So that's a little too bad for Mega Manectric. But other than that, I mean, it's intimidating this mon, or Kangaskhan. It's intimidating Aerodactyl, Starmie, Lopunny, all these megas. It's intimidating Sneasler, making it forcing it to pop its white herb maybe a little earlier than it wants to. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that, well, there's not a lot of things, but I think Manectric is pretty competitive once when you bring it on. I think sometimes it can fall off mid-match. So because of that, maybe it's a little worse than Dragonite. Because Manectric can fall off mid-match. But it can be really good, like really early in the game, and maybe even late in the game too. Okay. I think that's everything. Is Dragalge here? Probably not. Dragalge is not legal. Scrafty is unfortunately not legal as well. Same with Staraptor. Tatsugiri. Is Tatsu legal? Probably not. I think I would have seen Tatsugiri if it were legal. Barbaracle might be legal. If so, we need to start talking about that mon. Okay, yeah, Barbaracle, not legal. That's too bad. This would have been a fun format to try out Barbaracle. I think Mega Sableye is legal. Mega Sableye is not viable though. Um, I mean, there have been some interesting, like, Calm Mind Mega Sableye teams, because it does have pretty strong, like, defenses and not a great HP stat. So, like, um, it runs either like Recover, or it can even Pain Split. Probably wants to Recover just because that's a little more reliable. But there's not much, excuse me, there's not much that this mon does. So, yeah, I'm yawning talking about Mega Sableye. That about explains it. And that'll do it for my tier list. Obviously, we have pretty common ones at the top, in a pretty common order. I do think highly of Mega Charizard Y. I always have. I think it's really, like, it enables its partners, and it also just, leaving Heat Wave, Sun boosted Heat Wave on the board. It is so strong. It's having Sun and clicking Heat Wave is so much stronger than Delphox's Heat Wave, for example. Like, it's really hard to switch into. It gets some utility with, like, Tailwind. That's it. So you can Tailwind with this mon. You can overheat with this mon as a nuke. Solar Beam is great coverage for it. You have Fire Grass coverage in one mon, and then it also is flying, so it's not getting hit by Earthquake, and that's really good for it. It is super weak to Rock Slide. It needs Sun, so those are a couple of limitations to it. Also, 100 base speed is not that great. I also included Kangaskhan, and generally pretty strong, because I think it's well, I think it really, I think there's a fall off between Delphox and the rest. Um, but I think Kangaskhan is still competing up there. It hits a lot of the mega, or meta for one hit KOs, and that's all I need to say about it. It also has a really good fake out, two great pre-evo abilities, and some good bulk to back it all up. It feels really bad to put Mega Aerodactyl up here. I feel like putting it right here. I just feel like putting it there. That's what makes sense for me a little more. This makes sense to my brain. I feel like just it's not as good. It can't win by itself like Lamora can, or Frostlass can, or even Gardevoir can. Like, it might even be below Gardevoir, but I think it's above Gardevoir because it enables its team like a lot better than Gardevoir can sweep. Yeah. So, and obviously it's a little disorganized. There are Mons that I don't really believe are better than other Mons. Like, am I really gonna say that? I don't know. Mega Beedrill is better than Mega Aggron. Probably not if you really asked me like to compare the two Mons in a vacuum. But this is how the cookies crumbled, and this is where we are, and this is my I'm just gonna say it. This is my final tier rankings. Make sure you comment with what you think you disagree with. For the most part, comment your interesting intakes. Maybe Mega Blastoise or Mega Clefable. Those are two mons that I can see this applying to, or especially like Mega Greninja, maybe or Mega Charizard. Maybe you have personal experience with these mons, right? Or any of these other mons that are, I mean, I doubt it for not viable, but good luck convincing me of that. But maybe you have some experience with these mons that, you would have rated it higher. I've been rambling a lot, telling you to comment and interact with my video for the algorithm, but it's true. It's true. Share your opinions, interact, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I stream, so make sure you follow me on Twitter so you can catch when I'm streaming. Hit the bell. That's an even better way to catch when I'm streaming. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Appreciate you.